know that recently Janet has become a pretty attractive cameo pairing. I mean, it's just lots of damage, lots of different conversions. Anyone that's going to allow Kung Lao to turn his armor into a giant combo is always going to be a welcome addition. But there's a bit more to it that we might see over the course of this match. Now, Joystick going in with the Liu Kang, we've got the Chameleon on the other side. I mean, normally when you think of Liu Kang, you think of Ninja Killer, so he's going to know this character inside and out.
Yeah, I was literally going to say, like, you've got to be very, very brave to pick this character against Ninja Killer in MKX, MK11, or MK1, because this is who that player is known for. Now we got Chameleon on rotation to, kind of combat those projectiles going purple, but not really going to make a difference as Ninja Killer just kind of bides his time, waits it out, and Joystick in a really bad spot here, desperately jumping, easy anti-air from Ninja Killer, just a down 2, that's all I needed. He had no health left, and I think it was just a desperate attempt to get out of the corner.
Okay, already we're going to get a knockdown, and we're going to start to activate the puppet mode. Very different story. That's 240 damage. Doesn't sound like much. That was still from a throw. And the constant regeneration, the corner set play, it is going to scale massively because it's grabs, but it's still pressure. It's still going to be meter build when you eventually find yourself, landing that hit or whatever. And I think overall, a damn good start. But one thing you would have noticed in that first round, Kung Lao getting true loopable throw combos, that makes his offense even more ridiculous. Like, look at this! He's got another bar. Is he going to spend it? Are you going to give us something good?
Oh yeah, that's just pure Ninja Killer. I love the throwback to the down 2 in the corner, like launching you out. Always, in my opinion, was shared by a ton of people. And so when MK11 came out, Ninja Killer was there in the trenches, battling out for tons of money, and has proven himself as one of the best NRS players of all time.
Already Joystick going in for that pretty interesting tech. Some characters that can combo from their throws, like Liu Kang, you can just manually get rid of the Jade disguise to go into Katana, so by the time you actually land the hit, you've got it good to go. So if you want to get a throw combo as Liu, you can actually do it from 2 of the 3 disguises.
Interesting, yeah, so it's just you always have access to it as long as you're paying attention, and that's what it is.
Full combo, by the way.
Oh boy.
With that dive kick. Like, throw combos do scale such a huge amount, like for obvious reasons. But if you're taking at least 200 damage every throw, while Janet's cooldown, like there's no delay or anything like that when it comes to bringing back that cameo gauge. You have her ready to go so much more often than you would think. So if you're getting hit by a button, it's a combo with her damage. If you're getting grabbed, combo with her damage. It just works so well for Kung Lao that absolutely you can see why it's one of his best pairings. Some people even think it might be better than Goro.
I could definitely see that. I could see that, especially just because it just regenerates so much faster than Goro, or Goro takes. Like, sometimes it feels like years. You're waiting for that cameo bar to come back up. So I see Joystick showing a little bit of signs of life here. A nice little lead over Ninja Killer.
Interruption.
Yeah, great challenge there from Ninja Killer.
The thing about Ninja Killer's reactions is that if you do any stagger that is not plus, he just pulls it out straight away.
Every time.
Never lets you get away with anything. Punish!
Nice easy punish here from Ninja Killer. Not easy for most, but easy for a player at this caliber.
Just casual 470, nothing to see here.
Why not? Why not? I don't think Joystick's used to, being punished that consistently, going for that Molina ball
you're dead,
roll.
yeah. I mean, 2 1s plus, you're going to go 2-1-2 into some sort of extender. It could have been 2-1-2 nut punch, which is safe on block. Oh yeah, and we're going to just style again. Jump kick, give us the extra one. What's the finish? Again.
I love it.
Sending them to space. But look.
You wanted to give a shout out to Banditos for always helping him, and it's just it's definitely necessary for being one of the best players to have that great training regimen.
Yeah, training partners go a long way, especially at this level. You just need to be able to have that composure, the variety, sometimes just talking about different tournament experiences as well, like the mental game, just as important as everything else. Lovely throw tech there. That is one of the things about Liu Kang. His grab game does become a little bit more predictable because the rule of thumb is you want to tech that back throw. That's where Liu Kang's going to turn it into a full combo. And if he chooses not to, he's obviously cutting it short. There's the mix. Forward 1 into low or forward 1 overhead. Going to be true unreactables. No matter what your reactions are, you're eating that guessing game. But Ninja Killer, 3 bars a meter. Oh my god!
Oh, the sweep into the Janet cameo.
It's just Goro. It's Goro stuff, but more damage.
Yeah, a little harder to pull off too, I will say. I will say a little bit harder to pull off. You have to be very meticulous with your timing. But again, that's the perfect recipe for a player like Ninja Killer.
You give Ninja Killer any combo though, and he'll... Oh, hang on. Fatal Blow. That is going to be likely the round. It could come down to the mash, but Liu Kang, Fatal Blow, and scaling, I mean, they don't tend to go into the same sentence. Oh, yeah, you're dead. You're definitely dead.
You're super dead. Look at this. Even before that last hit, even before this beam, this beam of fire, totally dead. And I think Joystick's showing a little bit of signs of life here. Like in the beginning, we kind of saw a lot of dropped combos, you know, desperate jump-ins that just really didn't make sense. And the conversions that you were talking about before with multiple costumes on the Chameleon side.
The danger here, though, is that you have to start playing amazing the moment the series begins against someone like Ninja Killer, because he's going to be at 150% efficiency before the first round has even started. So if it takes you a while to warm into the match, that is room that he is just going to play with. And speaking of which, full combo knockdown. We have 3 bars, so we have a breaker if we want it, but who cares? Oh yeah, and by the way, it's not just reverse throw full combos. If he chooses to go for the forward throw, Janet's still going to do the 140 damage.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
The maximum damage for the forward throws. You're in a ton of pressure here. Puppet stance. Whoa! Overhead.
All right, look, that could have been a lot worse.
Way worse.
Had there been a full combo, we would have comboed into the replenish. We would have had more Janet to play with. Joystick, really good job of just keeping himself alive in a situation that could have been the whole round. No! The combo drop, mate. You can't be dropping them. He's got 2 bars. Oh no, the drop from Ninja Killer as well. What's going on here?
It's infectious. It's infectious. It's getting everywhere. Whoa, and the back escape. He's always going to tech back escape. The forward throws are going to be free. They're not going to do a lot of damage, but they're going to be free against an optimized player like Ninja Killer. Shredded through the projectile. This is do or die for you, Joystick. The cameo ate it.
Oh! You're alive still. Hey!
Let's go!
Full screen flying kick. Any one of those projectiles had Chameleon not absorbed. Ninja Killer, he's one of the best players in the business, right? And a prominent streamer, you can always find videos on YouTube and stuff like that. Like, he'll play every character. A big part of that will probably be because the viewers just want to see him play other characters. So you do get that experience. So I've no doubt he's played the character once upon a time, but competitively in this kind of environment, it's a big surprise. But it's been fun to watch so far. Joystick, off to a good start here in the next game. We're starting that pressure already. And Ninja Killer, if there's a string that there's no mix-up, his timing to just flawless block the moment he can. That's something that we are starting to see more really top-level players do, where if even a 0.5% of damage can be reduced, they'll do it. And it's not easy, but, you know, works really well for them. Potential guess for round here. Strike throw, maybe.
Yeah, toss him a little bit closer to the corner. Tries to call out maybe a backdash, maybe some more of evasive movement here, but Ninja Killer on match point here, and we do have the name switched on the wrong side. We have Joystick on the left and Ninja Killer with two wins so far on the right. Thank you.
King of the Hill thing.
There you go, yeah. So we need to set up the Forever King.
The Forever King is like the tournament organizer's best friend. Those positions never change. Oh, overhead. And that would have been completely safe. Actually, not completely safe against Liu Kang, but the armor hasn't really been blocked all that much. And truth be told, we really haven't seen much of the armor be a threat here.
No, the armor never really coming out, and I feel like Joystick is really on top of it in terms of like always thinking about it, but he's not committing with neutral jumps, but more of like jump backs to try to avoid it. What a jump forward here by Ninja Killer. Perfect timing here, yeah.
You have to break, surely.
Holding on to the resources here. Maybe the next one's going to be the break.
Oh, unless you get punished by a down 2 or something. All right, Ninja Killer. Will there be a breaker? Yes, indeed.
Definitely believes in this. Oh boy, I'm scared. Trying to shred through projectiles this time. Ninja Killer not giving it to him. Instead, just kind of biding his time and waiting. Gonna have to wait for that Jade Glow to go away. Got over the projectile and ate right through it.
Baby.
Joystick still in this by the skin of his teeth, barely getting through that round.
Choosing not to break, and then when he realized that there's not going to be an opportunity afterwards, just spent that meter to survive the advancing forward one. And that is one thing that we have to mention here for those that don't know the matchup. One of the reasons Ninja Killer might not be doing a lot of armor is that Liu Kang does have a full combo punish. His standing 1 is fast enough to punish -7, which, without Goro, raw overhead, without Goro, you actually cannot make it safe. You have to commit.
Ooh, challenging the save, the empty jump here from Joystick, or maybe Joystick thought, hey, maybe he's going to go for an up block or not, but that's really not Ninja Killer's style. Oh, good stagger there. Good challenge there with a down 3, trying to get his turn and bullying his turn with a follow-up down 1. Uh-oh, you gotta break, you gotta break, you gotta break. Yeah, breaking the second hit. That's kind of just a little knowledge check here, knowing like, okay, I know it's here. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
2, 3. Are we still gonna get the combo? Oh, we tried. The pause on finish him can, even Ninja Killer gets messed up by it. Even Ninja Killer.
Creation system that I think it just, it can have more utility.
It's my opinion that, like, I think Tremor is one of the more slept on cameos in the game, but a big thing about Tremor that I think some players just aren't 100% sure on is the ambush cooldowns being kind of universal no matter what move you use. Yeah. It's one of the reasons we see a lot of the aftershock glow, but maybe not so much other moves. That he's got all of these moves that have a lot of promise. It just comes down to how much does a player value the fact that they all have the same cooldown, right? Now, this is not quite a mirror match. Zombat going in with the Chameleon Johnny Cage and Pulse with the Kung Lao. Johnny Cage definitely still one of... Ooh, goes for it, cheeky stuff. One of those characters that still does use Kung Lao quite regularly. But Johnny Cage's nerfs combined with Kung Lao's nerfs, this team is only going to be a weaker version of what it used to be. So the question is, are these Johnny Cage players that still use that cameo, lovely hit confirm by the way, able to maximize things like the charged low hat, all of the other sort of weird ways in that you still have access to?
Yeah, the other thing too is you're going up against another Johnny Cage player, a player that's been playing Johnny Cage since MK11, and you know I feel like that this character's always had a special spot in Zombat's heart, so you're really not gonna get anything over on him, anything that he's not familiar with. This is just straight, you know, Johnny Cage, Kung Lao. People have been dealing with this for so long at this point.
So if I'm not mistaken, one thing that there's a bit of a story here going on with Zombat. Zombat, to my knowledge, was originally going to go to Combo Breaker, but I'm not sure if he is confirmed anymore.
I believe
that's important. That is important for him because Zombat is in the running for points, even not mentioning this regional finals. If he's unable to go to Combo Breaker, and he may even be unable to attend the last chance qualifier of Final Combat, this tournament means a lot for Zombat's hope within pro competition. However, that first game off to a flying start, no pun intended, because the fan lift, because I'm hilarious like that. But I just think this tournament is...
Are planning to go there just to get those points to qualify for Final Combat, and that now that that's no longer an avenue, no longer a fallback, Zombat has to qualify through this. There's no other way for them. There's no other way for them, and that's pretty scary, and that's a ton of pressure because I believe most likely everyone else in this top 8 will be going to Combo Breaker.
So, some of you might have noticed Pulse has gone in with a cameo change. So it's no longer going to be Kung Lao, it's going to be Goro. You are going to be a lot more fragile. You have 900 HP, however, anyone that's ever seen King Gambler, really the innovator of this team when the game was first, after that first patch. Goro adds, oh my god, I'll talk about that a bit more. That was just a straight up denied. Goro though, we're going in for a bit more.
What I also love about this Goro pick, it's going to revolve a lot around the height mode a lot more. As you can see, Pulse taking risks and going right into it more often because off of any shadow kick, any special move. Whoa, he went the wrong way!
Those combos can be really weird. When you dash under for a split second, you're like looking in the opposite direction and you're not quite behind them, even though it looks like you are. Johnny Cage, his dash in 2-1-2 is a bit vulnerable for that situation.
Exactly. Well, he called out the Goro specifically for the shadow kick, the spacing for the shadow kick to hit, but shadow kick got completely stuffed here. Zombat in full control, flawless blocking, and negate the chip entirely here, trying to pressure of his own. The Goro keeping it super plus, and Zombat challenging back here with some low pokes here. The sweeps back and back, just keeping Pulse away and keeping Pulse in, you know, control here, controlling Pulse and stopping him from doing whatever he. Whoa, that's super unsafe. But Katana fan lift just nullifying the recovery frames of that and just sending you out and just kind of making it a little bit of a guessing game here. What a call out! What a read!
Tries to interrupt. Maybe
not a favorable trade.
Yeah, possibly could have expected a stagger or something, but that 2-1-2 just came out.
2 bars. 2 bars, that's expensive. It doesn't matter. Either of those 2 bars, it got the hit, but he just really couldn't get anything, you know, beyond that. He really couldn't get in control of what Pulse was trying to do.
compare with. That really, we've seen quite a variety in tournament. You've seen Lao, we've seen Goro. Chameleon has become quite a common pairing. Similar to why Kung Lao is good with Janet. We're seeing a little bit of Johnny Cage in Janet because Janet gives him throw combos. So it's kind of like you look at these characters that the second they can combo from their throw, that punish was disgusting, by the way. That punish, forget what I was talking about. That punish was insanely sick.
And it was so like specific to this matchup because like some characters have like some air mobility tools, but Johnny Cage is not one of them. There's nothing that Johnny Cage can do once he does jump in the air. So that was just a clean cut like punish from Pulse. And yeah, you got to spend a little bit of cameo bar that comes back super slow, but in terms of just getting enough damage, in terms of like getting the momentum on your side, totally worth it here. Pulse taking the lead here in this game number 3.
I mean, the Goro just being able to reactionary punish those otherwise free neutral tools because of, Jade's Glaive. It is one of the most oppressive in the neutral tools a character can have. It's mid, it's fast, it comes back. Very hard to interrupt. Now you've got the Shadow Kick that turns it into a full combo. And it's Johnny Cage versus Johnny Cage. You're both playing a character that has low HP. So the 900 isn't really that bad. If you have these aggressive tools, just make it so much better. And this is scary. We have 1 bar meter, 2 Goros to play with.
Yeah, we're going to be cashing out big time here at the Fatal Blow because this is potentially last round for Zombat in this game. So very smart to come off that resource. Going to do a ton of damage, and then we're just going to see what's the next setup. What are we going to do afterwards? What's for breakfast, if you will?
Uh-oh.
He's got the breaker.
Brave choice. I mean, it is a gamble, but will it pay off?
He's got 2 Goros ready to go. So it's either going to keep him safe or extend a combo. Oh, he challenged after that.
I actually love the fact, though, that Pulse, when he was kind of hanging around that Shadow Kick range and then instantly dashed into the mid. Like, that was such a mind game. You want to preemptively neutral duck? Eat my mid. But thankfully, the Zombat was able to stay patient. Pulse return.
Super plus, but now we're going to have to wait a long time for that Goro to come back, as you can see in the bar. Jumping over to the other side, and Pulse doesn't kind of take any bait. Uh-oh.
Get the meter away from Zombat, and now this neutral is going to be really funky because, yes, Zombat is going to have projectiles if the right cameo is available, but tries to anti-air!
Not even Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage jump kick. That's a hard one there.
Not even Johnny Cage can deal with Johnny Cage's jump in. I mean, this is one of the best jump ins in the game. Probably the best jump in the game. Getting parried right through it, phasing over to the other side, putting him in the corner. Pulse in a world of hurt here. What's he going to do on Wake Up? Just block. Good blocks to the overhead. Jumping in over the other side. That could have been a huge punish here from Zombat, but he just wasn't ready for it.
Interruption. Poke into combo. Pulse holding on to the meter, so there's a definite game plan. Ooh. No chances now. These individual hits, they add up. They add up. I love it. Meeting with the fast sweep. Meeting with the fast sweep to make it so if you do try and do something weird like a wake up parry, loses to sweep. Wake up fatal blow. If you
That's going to be, your frequent flyer. Your frequent move.
But I look just like you and fight like you too.
And this could be the final game here. If Zombat does close this out, could take it 3-1, but I think Pulse is going to adapt a little bit here. I think he's going to be a little bit more hesitant to challenge those down ones and just kind of wait for certain opportunities. That's a nice punish. Oh boy, Goro on the wrong spot.
Didn't stick the landing, poor guy. All right,
the other side, easy punish.
It is such a game of just stealing one's momentum when you have a Johnny Cage mirror match. It can look so one-sided, and then the very next round, the exact same thing happens to the other Johnny Cage player, and that's going to be hype activated.
Yeah, and it's ready to go. And hype activated with Goro, it gives you access to a ton of damage through so many different routes. And yeah, I mean, there's certain ways to punish things. Oh, phasing over the other side and just getting right through. Tons of damage, tons of corner carry here. Good block of the Melina ball roll, called out, whipped out, smelled out, whatever you want to call it, perfectly here. And Pulse on a huge wave of momentum here. Goro going to keep it plus. Zombat, no choice but to keep blocking. Keep blocking. He's going to keep blocking for the rest of his life. He's living in this corner, staying here, and not challenging the Shadow Kick because he was afraid another one was coming. So here comes.
That's really good. Well, that's good for 2 things, actually. It's good for Zombat because we're going to get a massive injection of damage. It's also good for Pulse, though, because by the time this Fatal Blow is done, a Goro's going to come back. So that Goro on his own, there's no breaker for Zombat. If you get hit by any Shadow Kick, anything with Goro, he tried!
That was Shadow Kick. That was 100% Shadow Kick. Just misinputted and got a standing 4.
Oh, that's actually really unfortunate because if he got the shadow kick, he would have beat the glaive and he would have won the game on it.
You can't dwell on that though. It
Forget
happened.
about it.
Yeah,
Forget about
it. It's gone. Don't die in that moment. Like, don't die in this moment thinking about the previous moment. Oh boy.
All right.
Oh boy, Goro.
Perfect start. Zombat forcing that meter out pulse. And with there being Goro, you have to remember 900 HP character. Good trade. Wonderful trade, but a lovely hit confirm there from Pulse. They're going to keep that corner pressure now. Have to worry. Wake up, parry! All right, it's going to scale a bit, but this is still going to be really important. Right, knockdown. What's the mix? Take the extra damage. Why not? Mix-ups. There is the Melina bull roll. Do we gamble it?
Oh,
Oh.
doesn't see the low coming at all. The sweeps over and over again just to kind of keep that parry down. Yeah, that's it.
To great success is actually Ermac, so we may see some Ermac from him today.
You could see some Ermac from the Mighty Unjust. Ermac is legal for today, newly legal character. And that's kind of Mighty Unjust's playstyle. He loves playing what's new, especially if it's super, super good. Just Nasty had an incredible... He's one of the players in this top 8 who had an incredible showing at the first qualifier, getting either second or third, I believe, getting a ton of points, but not really making it into the top 8 for qualifier number 2 or 3. Now, some things have changed. I've seen Just Nasty play almost every single cameo with their smoke. But for the most part, it's been a true, like tried and true smoke main here. Whether it's offline, online, so you know, expect to see a little bit of rotation on the cameo side for Just Nasty.
But the Goro is something that I've seen over the last month or so with smoke players. I've seen Big Daddy G use it, for example. I've seen Just Nasty play it, and there's just something about the Goro extensions that just unlock even more for what Smoke's trying to do, right? Turns everything into a combo. Can take weird conversions that if you've already used a cancel in your combo and you haven't got any more room, you can just do some of his enders and then just call in Goro to extend. I know he's not the only cameo that's doing that, but it's just so immediate and on reaction. However, recapture, full combo, forces the break.
That last bullet just like stunning you, just dropping you, and Eagly just coming in perfectly. There's only 8 seconds left on the clock, and Just Nasty needs to do something right now. Oh, he gets in and the Goro pops up! No other cameo could do that. No other cameo could do that in this situation.
No! Why break? The timer was still going. You just guaranteed.
He thought he had enough health. And the other difference too is like it's not the amount of health you have, it's the percentage of health that you have. So maybe it's just a weird decision in Mighty Unjust's brain right before that happened, but it just wasn't enough. You can even see Just Nasty going for the down 2 to try to optimize and get as much damage in as little time as possible. Big jump in, big challenge from Just Nasty, and Mighty Unjust going for an unfortunate ride here in the corner. Maybe dropping him down here, right? Well, he's backing off. Super plus frames after that string. Great blocks here from the Mighty Unjust. Where did he go? Where did he go? How does he know which way to block?
He only punched Goro. He's the only one that got hit in the face. Got to mention, Just Nasty's been doing some of these cancels and immediately blocking, showing a lot of respect to the fact that Peacemaker has a fast mid, and that is really good at interrupting pressure if you got one of those. Oh, that's a punish.
Super
that's a punish
unsafe.
right there. Yeah.
Super
you whiff that back too. Oi, this is a family show. You're not allowed to say those words.
Uh-oh. Yeah, and it's just going back and forth here. Beautiful tech. I mean, we didn't really see throws coming out at all, but Just Nasty at the helm, ready to react with the best of them. Goro making sure he stays uninterrupted, because we've seen Mighty Unjust interrupt a lot of the, you know, smoke quote-unquote shenanigans. So Goro is just a really good asset to kind of cover that space, because he does come out as an ambush. So that means you can move while Goro is coming out to assist you.
Been a wonderful round for Just Nasty at the moment. And it's a tricky game to play here, though, because you don't have ranged options, your opponent does. So even though you have a life lead, Unjust, he's going to do a little bit of chip damage, he's going to build meter the whole time. Oh, that's a punish, though, and that's going to be the game. Just Nasty and Smoke taking that first match, and off to a pretty decent start.
What was that Melina costume call out? Did he have
a move like that is so fast and goes so far? Like, sometimes that muscle memory just takes over, you know? And I guess additionally, while there was the Chameleon pairing, it has now been swapped to Kano, another really strong pairing. There's always a chance might have miscalculated the disguise, maybe the disguise changed. I didn't quite see it at the end of the game, but the Kano change, a lot safer. So what Kano is providing here is, gotta say, a lot more zoning. Peacemaker can be a true runaway character with Kano, but it does make that torpedo a lot safer, which makes Peacemaker a nightmare in the neutral because he has options everywhere, and Just Nasty's gonna have no choice but to play around this. And even then, if he actually loses like pretty free in this game, stop swearing, Peacemaker. What have I told you? You're not allowed. Just Nasty might actually change Cameo after this. If Goro doesn't let you get in that easily, we might even see a change.
Yeah, we might see a chain. I mean, again, we've seen Just Nasty picking, Serena, Sub-Zero, Scorpion for all, these specific matchups. And I think, it's so interesting that Smoke always has access to a teleport, but this is going to be a situation, like you said, where there's going to be a lot more zoning because of those Kano knives. I think a lot of it just comes from where Kano's positioned when he throws those knives. He's pretty far back behind you. He's not in your face throwing projectiles. That could have been a huge challenge if you knew Eagly was still on cooldown. Eagly was nowhere to be found. Still taking a little break. Anti-gravity jumping over right next to you, and good reactions here by Just Nasty. Not to flinch, not to think a command grab was coming. Oh boy, never mind. Not going to keep that up. Instead, getting shimmied, thinking a throw was coming. But here comes the big boost of John Cena. Not enough, yo. Oh, the drop. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go when anti-gravity?
Be a lot more, defensively focused. And that is how Unjust likes to play this character. It's a very zoner-heavy, very, very key play. And, I mean, that's just a perfect answer for the ban lift. Just Nasty clearly going for a cameo that's going to allow him to be a little bit more free-flowing.
Facing right through Eagly. Did you see that?
That was anime.
The perfect timing through Eagly. Eagly didn't even know where the target went, but instead coming in on those recovery frames. And that's so interesting because so many characters don't have too much to deal with Eagly, and a lot of people feel like Peacemaker could just throw that projectile over and over again, where it's not really a projectile, it's also not really him. It's such a unique thing. Oh,
I am the projectile.
That's it. Just your friend is the projectile, not your cameo. No, your different friend that's not on the screen, but can come out here and interact with the best of them. Can convert into damage off of a low. Can just be a pesky projectile. Yeah, gonna come off that breaker here.
Didn't commit to a button just in case we saw it in the force field.
That could have been the end of his life, but he still lives to see another day. What can he get from it?
Oh, just hard to commit. And that's the chip I was talking about, by the way. He had a lot of health left, all things considered, and that teleport said, nope, you're dead now. And
that plays a big factor in a non-game winning round because the last breath mechanic doesn't come into play.
Indeed. Oh, hang on a minute. That's a hit confirm. Chameleon and Smoke, it's kind of all over the place. But Peacemaker does have the tools to, even then, you block the torpedo, you think it's your turn, you get hit, and you're back to full screen, mate.
Full screen, and you have to respect all these different things. As you see Just Nasty not respecting anything. Even when he gets, it's so weird because even when you usually get pushed to full screen, you're like, okay, I can move and navigate through this neutral, try to find my way in. But against this team, against Kano and Peacemaker, you're not able to move anywhere. I don't care if you just got hit. You got to watch out for the knives. You got to watch out for the torpedo. You got to watch out for the Eagly, and you're just always constantly on your toes like that. He thinks he can move, but he can't. He thinks he can move, but he can't right now. Huge damage here for the Mighty Unjust.
Safe jump. Oh, the mix! That was a mix. And I mean, fair. What do you do?
Is that fair?
Oof. Just straight up shot that man. Pulled out my gun.
Where you have cameos to help you find even better conversions, more optimized conversions. Now we do have a cameo switch here from Just Nasty's side. Gonna be going with Sub-Zero. Most likely.
I'm going to be honest, Armor. I was actually expecting to see the sub change in Game 2. I actually thought we would have seen that before Chameleon. The existence of this ice armor is going to just totally bypass a huge amount where ultimately you're not going to have to worry about anything except for a torpedo. But even if you have the sub armor and you block torpedo, the knives are coming, you're still going to punish. You're going to bypass those knives easily. So we will see what happens here. But
well, right away I'm seeing an adjustment for Mighty Unjust. He didn't opt to go for the knives ever. Instead, just going straight for, Kano Cannonball, Kano Ball. So we have a torpedo and a Kano Ball coming at you. Neither of those are projectiles, and neither is Eagly, I believe. Eagly does not get nullified by Sub-Zero's vest. So
Peacemaker definitely being assisted here by the fact that everything you get hit by sends you full screen. Oh, didn't have the Eagly ready, so Just Nasty lives to fight another day in this round. However, that mix-up between just grab and mid, Peacemaker has some of the strongest, most efficient mids, and that's the matchup knowledge. The standing button to just interrupt the teleport, and yeah, that's it.
He found an answer! He found an answer around it, but that's okay.
I got a torpedo! I got a torpedo!
That's showing you he's thinking. That's showing you he's alive. Everything's going right now. And that was a call out there. The Eagly trying to find a Sub-Zero assisting with a vest. But no one was there. Smart of Just Nasty to not really be super predictable at the round beginning, at the round start.
Ooh,
to call out that
failed.
vest.
That was a smart throw. Makes you think you're going to throw him into the corner, but think again. Okay, right. Build a little bit of meter.
Yeah, build that meter. Any opportunity. Take what you can get.
Interruption!
What?
I don't know what he interrupted, but he did it.
I think he's down. I think he's down one, but because he was like in the air, he's able to convert. Oh yeah, torpedo. No! That's what's going on in Mighty Justice's brain. He's just going torpedo. I need a torpedo right now. Get out of there.
He's turning everything into a safe jump, so Just Nasty can't threat the wake-up attack at all. It's just not going to work.
No.
And this is match point here for Mighty Unjust. Last effort here for Just Nasty on the winner's side. Fatal blow's ready, but can you find an opening? Can you even find the hit to get it at all? Oh, a torpedo!
You got a vest, I got a torpedo. It doesn't get nullified by the vest. A smart
move. A bald man with 2 knives.
Oh, that could have been a huge whiff punish. That first part did miss completely, but Just Nasty just a little bit hesitant at the helm, hesitant in the driver's seat. The torpedo just stopping you, and there's no time left to do anything. Mighty Unjust knows his only option is to teleport to get in. And look, when that... Another older player really holding his own.
We're all getting old, mate. I turned 32 the other day. I don't like it. What's going on?
If you entered in a Mortal Kombat 9 tournament, you're old. That's it. That's everybody here.
We're all old.
Super old. But it's awesome. It's awesome to see.
If you thoroughly enjoyed the Peacemaker zoning of the last match, well, get ready for even more of it with Sonya. Sonya is a sort of clear indication of how this Peacemaker is going to be played. Sunio is like one of the premier zoning players in the community. He loves Keep Away. His favorite character in MK11 was RoboCop. Sonya, the charged energy ring, it may not sound like a particularly exciting move, and it's not, but it's one of the best projectiles in the entire game by far. And get wrecked going in with the Johnny Cage and Janet. This is actually one of the things I was talking about. Throw combos, really good damage, launching from Shadow Kick if I'm right. Like, you have to dedicate a lot more and you have to be ready to land that hit, but Janet, similar to a Kung Lao, gives Johnny Cage some sick tech.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Sunio, a huge whiff right in front of Get Wrecked. And Get Wrecked just kind of, taking full advantage of it, saying, hey, you're whiffing for days. I don't know what you're swinging at, but it's not me. Easy whiff punish, and Sunio needs to tighten it up here if he wants to stay in this set.
One of my favorite things about Sunio is that he is so unapologetic with zoning. Like,
oh no,
the rage that he gets from either people in chat or his opponents. Sometimes people get pretty flustered, I guess, in the middle of a match. He loves that. Like, he's like, great, let me know that what I'm doing in the game is bothering you as a competitor. I'm just gonna do it more. Like, he wins the mind game like that.
It fuels him. Ooh. Oh, a big drop here from Get Wrecked. Reversal throw coming out of Sunio. That down one usually gets punished by another down one, but this time just called it out with a throw. Oh, didn't get the whiff punish on that between the first and second hit. That was super scary. I love how much that reminds me of RoboCop's down 3.
Oh yeah,
the
totally.
Big gun right to the toe. Just like stay away, stay right there. Don't move. Don't move.
We definitely have like a clash of styles because we haven't even really talked about Get Wrecked. Very aggressive player, and has been using Johnny Cage this entire time, and I believe I've seen some other characters from him in the past, but mostly Cage. You have Sunio with a strong like defensive play, and then Get Wrecked, which is like pure aggression. So a definite clash of styles that we're seeing at the moment. Was expecting to go in. That charged energy ring it's at least plus 100, and I'm not making that up. So the parry there was an interesting read. It was a good idea.
Yeah, no, super plus, and again,
what a jump!
The Janet conversion here, big jump from Get Wrecked, gets him all the way to the corner here. Sunio getting clipped there on the low.
All right, wait a minute.
Janet, 140, pretty good damage. Waking up with some buttons and then ducking after.
Oh, the confirm! You got clipped, my friend, and that is going to be game 1 here for Get Wrecked. That was a hard-fought match, but just a...
especially recently. I also asked him what cameo or character he wants to see utilized more in the future when we get this game patched a little bit more, and they want to see more Frost because very, very interesting tool set.
I'd love to see more Frost.
Me too. Me too.
I remember watching Get Wrecked back in, like, was it Injustice 2?
I believe so. I believe that was the beginning of Get Wrecked. I think he's a much younger player than everyone else. I think there's almost like 20 years between these two. Just kidding. Not that much, but still.
You could have fooled me.
Yeah, Sunio's been around for a while. Oh man, Sunio just not blocking correctly here in the corner, just getting opened up by lows over and over again. I think he was trying to commit to like a backdash and potential whiff punish or preemptive whiff punish. I'm surprised that went unpunished, but it can only get lucky so many times here. Get Wrecked finding the hit. Get Wrecked getting that Janet combo to just connect and keep him here. Tons of damage is going to be easy chip out there. Down one shadow kick, nothing you can do about it in this scenario unless you flawless block that down one and you know, leave Johnny Cage in a super punishable stage.
Letting the whole thing go. Sunio was definitely expecting the second hit and then a stagger or something. Big jump kick. Johnny Cage jump 3. I mean, if you're going to stick out a button to anti-air that, you are taking a massive risk.
Huge risk, yeah. And then the other choice is you can up block that, but that's also a risk in itself.
Especially for someone that can empty jump and then grab combo with Janet. It's even scarier.
Super scary, yeah.
Get out of here, Sonya.
Just stopping her right in her tracks. Oh. Not really finding anything. Both these players doing such a good job of just blocking. As soon as I say that, he gets hurt for not blocking. No Janet conversion there, though. Yeah, does live to see another day.
That sweep was definitely meant to be buttoned into Shadow Kick, but not the end of the world, as Get Wrecked is able to take that second game on the verge of that Sonya.
I just feel like he
figure out something.
He's not getting the breathing room he normally has against everyone else, where he can kind of set up the Sonya projectile, dash cancel it, and, you know, kind of aid. Oh man, that was a big whiff right in the air, and nothing got punished on the way down. And
I was so surprised that wasn't grip guarded.
Yeah, I mean, nothing getting punished here. I think Sunio dropping the ball just a little bit here. And I really hate to see it, because I love seeing Sunio prosper, just because the play style is so unique and, you know, so one of a kind. To just love zoning and love, you know, projectile war and making these decisions at full screen. We're starting to get it going here. We're starting to, if I keep talking about it, maybe it'll happen. What a throw challenge here as Get Wrecked just kind of dashing into the space, because when he pressed throw, he definitely was not in range. Yeah, it's going to be a nice whip punish here. All the way to the corner. More damage thanks to Janet. More damage thanks to that crumple.
I just feel like Sunio was a little bit too eager to maybe try and close out that round. Stuck out one button too many.
Oh, what? You didn't get punished. You didn't fully get punished. Oh man. Oh man. You hate this.
No.
Oh, way too late. Way too late. But what's the mix-up?
Oh my God.
I'm sad.
Turn the stream off. It's over. It's over. We're never gonna stop that. We're never gonna stop that. That was an extended sequence of what are you doing on both sides. That was you know, gonna be great for Get Wrecked, but mental destruction for Sunio.
Oh, no.
Now you're match point down. You have no choice but to just get over that. But how can you get over that? I would be so mad about that right now.
Yeah, my heart definitely hurts. Oh no. This is not going good. This is not good for Sunio. I mean, the good thing is he is building a little bit of bar, but I don't even know if he's going to build enough to build up another breaker. That could have been worse if he knew that was going to connect, if he knew to keep going. Nice upshot here. A torpedo. What's going to be the Sonya? The Sonya ring's coming out. Yeah, waited. So patient here from Sunio, knowing how eager Get Wrecked is to get inside.
All right. Ooh.
No conversion. No conversion. Huge drop here. Huge missed opportunity. No punish on the down ones from either side, but that's going to be Get Wrecked here with a nice mid, just challenging afterwards. And Sunio, not supposed nerves. This character would just not show up anywhere, but they're here. They're here when everything's on the line.
I've always noticed there being a fair amount of Johnny Cage players on the East Coast. You know what I mean? Oh, I think that goes back even to, like, you know, older days. Shouts to Mike Metroid. I know you're out there somewhere.
Oh yeah, he's definitely out there, I'm sure.
All right.
Low hat coming into play here, just kind of giving you the open invite to, hey, I can do whatever I want coming in here. Pulse all over Joystick here. Joystick looking lost, not knowing what to do against this pressure, getting thrown for his trouble. But what's going to be next here? Ooh, poking back with those buttons. Seeing the super plus frame, seeing the super advantageous position after a hit down 3, and saying, I'm going to take advantage and go right for a throw.
You know what I really liked there from Joystick? That he chose not to use the Melina assist to extend the throw combo, and instead ended the combo early and kept Melina for the mix-up between forward 1. Now, that was going to bag you a lot more damage, and actually was successful. You have to watch out, though. We are going to enter situations. You got a flawless block, keep yourself alive, and use projectiles.
We got Jade. The Jade glow on, it is going to nullify. That was very small. Oh, the cameo ate it. He didn't die because the cameo ate it and not Liu Kang.
Absorption.
Yes. Jumping over the other side. Oh, he wanted it to hit. No
way.
It got over. It got over the Kung Lao low hat. The Dragon Tail connecting and then sending Liu Kang over automatically. The perfect move to get around it, and Pulse looking like the one that's completely lost, and a little bit of a sweep to challenge that parry. We saw a little bit of that before in the previous set against Zombat. So
that was just a absolutely phenomenal comeback. I mean, like, it does. You have no choice but to just try and pretend it didn't happen. You know, you haven't got much time, but Joystick is going to be feeling all the momentum after that. And just look at these small little hits. They're adding up. That one a bit too eager. That is going to be the end of this round. We're going into round 3, but so much has happened and we haven't even finished game 1 yet. What the hell's going on?
Oh, man. And again, it's just the momentum stealing back and forth. I mean, these players want it. You got to remember, you lose here, you lose this set, you're out of the tournament. There's no more, there's no third bracket, there's no third tournament life. Like, double elimination, that's it.
There's winners bracket, losers bracket, and then losers bracket.
That's it. Double losers. Down 3. Whoa, challenging after there's Pulse. Very unlike him to, not respect those super plus frames, but sometimes you got to do it.
That's standing 1. 6 frames, standing 1, folks. For those that don't know frame data, it's just one of the fastest buttons in the game. Let's just put it that way. Really good for interrupting, right?
Gonna stop anything that's way slower. Forward throw here from Chameleon.
I like that. That's a smart one. You're always looking for that reverse throw with Liu Kang, but when Pulse is this weak, you don't really need that. You'd rather take the small bit of damage from a forward throw that may as well be guaranteed. Who's going to tech that against Liu Kang? All right, that's the game 1. Joystick starting off strong here.
You don't worry too much about disrespecting your opponent. You don't worry about that too much.
If a brutality is there to be used and I'm in a tournament, you rest assured I'm using it. It's just one of the greatest things that transferred from MKX was just having big brutality combos at the end. It's just, it's so much more satisfying than a fatality.
It is. And it's like, I love how quick and simple and to the point it is. It's, chef's kiss. It's so good.
All right, Pulse has gone in for a cameo change as well, so going back in for Chameleon on both sides here, providing slightly different things for both characters, but Joystick keeping this ranged advantage again. Going for the glaive that is less likely to be jumped in on because of how high it is. That's a really smart choice. And Joystick with this first round.
Is that the standard punish if there was no Katana fan lift? I mean, did it just work out for him that Johnny Cage was just in that perfect opportunity, like, to still be there, to still get comboed by back 2-3? I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, a little bit of a drop here from Pulse. A strange interaction with the air-to-air Liu Kang.
Holding on to the meter. We're going to extend with Melina instead. Ooh, I'm not quite sure about that, though. Sees the fan lift and forward 4s anyway. Not quite sure. Maybe that was meant to be like an armored interruption, perhaps? I don't know. Either way, no time to think about it now because we're going into a round 3. Lots of meter for Joystick.
Yeah, tons of access to, the blue dragon tail that combos so easily, some armor attacks that we really haven't been seeing a lot of, but a lot of players also like to just hold on to it for a breaker to say I can do a do-over, or I can play a little recklessly here, and that's okay because I have the breaker to reset the situation, go back to building meter, and go back to neutral. Whoa! That was scary. That was scary because the blue dragon tail doesn't really do anything when it hits the cameo. It doesn't pop you up for a combo like you're looking for.
Joystick's still sitting on an impressive amount of resources, but it's going to be forced to spend it now. Oh, actually, no. Okay.
No,
choosing to hold on to it. We'll break on the next hit, no doubt, but may as well use the meter to kill if we can. Oh, that's going to be a break, surely.
Yeah. I feel like a little too late, too, though. I'm not seeing a super strong mentality here. Like, I feel like most of the time people are, like, on the ball, ready to break ASAP, like, minimize that damage as much as possible. But Joystick still in this. challenging afterwards as he thought maybe Pulse thought that the whole string was going to come out and it didn't. It's going to do a ton of damage, but I don't think this is enough, Ketchup. What do you think?
No,
is it
definitely not. So you're going to get some decent damage even though it is scaling. The big thing is that we're going to build up resources. So we're going to have maximum chameleon. We're going to be almost at that 1 bar of meter. But most importantly, we are in that situation that favors because now a grab will kill. A strong button will. Game-saving throw tech.
That was for life. The projectile coming out of the katana costume chameleon.
On tonight's show.
This is it.
Ermac, he is a very good character. Will we have enough time to see what makes him tick here? Remains to be seen, but I have seen quite a few players mess around with Ermac, and quite a few even have him in their top 5, and they believe in this character. He's weird. He's all about cancels, forcing you to press a button. Pulse, he has to keep it together though. If you drop those cancels and you do something punishable, Liu Kang is going to murder you for it.
I mean, the other thing too is that this is, you know, how familiar is Joystick with this matchup? This is a character this is literally the newest character on the roster, newest DLC legal for play here.
All right. Oh, you can't cancel again. If you combo into, there's a few rules in play for Ermac. If you use a dash cancel in a combo, you can no longer dash cancel again, nor can you do his launching back forward 3 cancel. So I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want to information overload the people at home, but there are restrictions that you can't be super free flowing. You can on block, but not on hit.
I see. So on block, get it going. On hit, it's kind of like a...
You get one, and you got to use it wisely.
It's like a game check, like to stop infinites.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smacking the cameo out. I'm surprised that Glaive came back out, being that Chameleon got hit. You know, usually the Glaive doesn't come back. Yeah, super late. The Glaive was already on its way. Package was already sent. Oh boy, these air projectiles are so low to the ground that you'd think that he's going to avoid them, but Pulse just isn't sure, holding on the block and taking unnecessary chip here.
All right, this is match point for Joystick. Can Pulse get something going?
It's got to happen right here, right now, or this is it for Pulse. Ooh, I think he was thinking about whiff punishing it, but just wasn't sure what button to approach.
Armor broken.
Armor shredded here. Those double kicks from Liu Kang coming out quick enough to shred through a lot of the armor in this game, unless it's a super, super fast armor startup.
Constantly getting overwhelmed by this Liu Kang pressure. Joystick, he's been challenging those dash cancels with a lot of really good fast buttons, so it's been kind of scary for Ermac to press any kind of advantage. All right, goes in for the setup, float, enforcing the overhead, letting the whole overhead string go. Joystick not getting opened up by that 1-2 auto shimmy. All right, can't turn it into a combo because we have the wrong disguise. Ah, cheap stuff. That state will replace the damage you take with meter instead. So it does keep you alive a little bit longer, and it could be the thing that keeps Pulse going in this match.
Yeah, sort of a new way to access there. None of that did damage until the green effect went away. Green effect coming back in play, still has 2 bars.
He's still alive, he can still hold it. He's still alive, he's taking no health here, but he is about to run out of meter. 10 seconds on the clock. Oh, and you walk into the glaive. That is a unfortunate elimination for Pulse. Pulse, no doubt, going to be disappointed with that performance.
A theory in my head. I mean, let's see how it pans out. But I think that if that is established, that we're not really going to be seeing Sunio rely on that at all. Well, did he actually eat the Kano?
Yes, Kano, he's getting feasted.
You saw it there. I love it. The change of the camera.
Down.
Let's go.
Imagine trying to do an attack and you're like, what's going on? And Kano's in the background saying, there's a bloody birdie in my face.
I love it. Those little details, and we wouldn't have seen it if it wasn't for the throw camera.
The throw animation. He's just tragically getting choked on outside the screen. There's a bloody bird here, mate.
A challenge here from Just Nasty as he gets up off the ground, and that's the right call here. Sunio getting a little too aggressive here. Whoa, what a challenge here! After a Kano ball, you have the cojones to just jump afterwards. Sunio diving in deep, going in a full Combat League monster mode here.
Now, I have to say, I don't really see Kano with smoke all that often, but with Just Nasty. Now, you mentioned it earlier, this guy, I think he's probably used every single cameo in the game with smoke, so there's always going to be source. And the Kano, similar to what a striker would be, is going to help smoke close in that distance a little bit. There may even be an element of maybe thinking about that against Unjust. I wonder if Just Nasty was thinking maybe I should have picked Kano versus Unjust as well, right?
Possibly.
Maybe.
I mean, you could also be thinking long game here, you know, if he does move on in this bracket, you know, optimally, he potentially could be going for the run back against Mighty Unjust at some point. So, hey, if I want to test out a theory, this could be, you know, a good game to do so. Love it, love it. And all because of Sonya, able to just extend that combo, able to get that torpedo there at the end. No Eagly to be found, and that's going to be a combo extension thanks to those Kano knives. Just teleport over to the other side, able to keep Peacemaker at bay, keep him in a combo state. Oh! So the Sonya ring toss keeps it safe from a potential up block situation, and you get the chip damage. Yeah.
Even if you up block, it's so plus because the energy ring has so much plus frames when you charge it all the way. So it's dangerous at helping them get in. Uh-oh, Sunio. Oh, no break available. You can't break. Ends the combo early, goes for a grab. Smart stuff. 8 seconds. Oh, that's the damage we were talking about. You got chipped out there. The up block came out, but you still take the chip.
Yeah, I mean, it said it was a punish. I don't know if he did up block short, like a short amount of time, and it was recovering. It was very weird. I just happened to notice that it said punish, but very, very strange interaction because that was the right call out. Oh boy. The forward throw. Sunio not punishing back with a down one after a block down one, which is normally your typical go-to answer afterwards. Ducking under those Kano knives, thought the overhead was coming, so he committed to the up block, forced to come off that breaker, but that's okay. Still has the damage, literally needs one throw, one touch, one anything for Sunio to take this first game. Jumping and kicking, just saying, get away from me, I don't know what you're doing, and stuff all over.
What the hell was that? That was like that was covering as much angles of the screen. It was the only cameo that Just Nasty has secured a win versus Peacemaker with today. So, I mean, statistically, Goro gave him the best shot. Makes sense to go back to it. Oh no, drop the cancel. Peacemaker, or Sunio, sorry, wasn't ready though.
John Cena. So many times the word John Cena almost comes out of my mouth when I say Peacemaker. It's just so iconically him now, forever, always.
John Maker.
John Maker.
All right, Just Nasty finds an opening. Invisibility. That really does keep you pretty safe, huh? Going in for Eagly into Square Wave, I mean, you can't advance.
No, there's nowhere. You're literally all covered. We're covering the air, we're covering the ground. There's like a tiny little bit in between, but what character can actually, you know, occupy that space and get aggressive?
All right, full combo. No, there we go. That'll be a full combo. Again, Just Nasty dropping 2 things back to back is unfortunate.
Oh boy, Goro extending the combo, but no one was found. What happened there? I mean, this is gonna combo. Oh wait, what?
Oh my god, 4 drops. 4 drops back to back. That is going to bother Just Nasty for sure.
Boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Smoke, I mean, he's a pretty wild character. It can be rather frustrating to fight sometimes, but execution-wise, he's pretty demanding. Not necessarily because he has hard combos, but if you drop these situations, you're often pretty punishable, and that's kind of what happened with Just Nasty then. However, corner positioning, making the most of it, invisibility.
Just poking, just down one, looking for anything. Make contact, stop making him invisible. It's not fair. Down and slashed in the corner here. Gonna bring him back a little bit closer. What's the mix-up? Nothing. Goes for the low. And Goro not able to really do anything there. Almost a waste of cameo bar, and this could be the opening that Sunio's looking to make this comeback. But he does have a round to work with, and he's gonna need to opt into that because that's an easy forward throw from Just Nasty. He's cleaning it up, you know, drops aside in that first round, able to find the footing, able to find the success. Anti-gravity, what are you gonna do about that? What are you gonna do about that?
Let's be careful with these. Whiffing any of those buttons. That did so much damage. Just that. Ha-ha! Goro coming in. Oh no, Goro's getting feasted.
The up block does come in, but again, that Sonya ring shot, not going to let you do anything about it.
Taking away Goro is especially bad because his cooldown is so long.
Yeah, it's like a very big reward. Just jumping back and kicking is Sunio. Not only does Sunio zone with projectiles, with gun...
hits really hard.
Consider the list.
Like, if he lands a forward 2 or something, massive damage. Outside of that, not so sure.
Do we get a 3-on-1 situation with Darius coming into play and Sento coming out to play?
Yeah, you do buttons into Sento activation, but while you're activating Sento, the roundhouse comes out, and then you do the 200 plus damage extender, and then Sento from that. It's really cool.
It's really cool. Very specific though. Like I remember it was seen as this like super dirt when the game first came out, but it never really came to fruition. Oh, here's the Darius with the overhead. Oh, right. Whipping for days. That's gonna be an easy punish. Sento coming out. Eagly
shut down.
I didn't know Eagly could easily do that. I mean, what risk are you really putting out there? What is Eagly's not your cameo? Eagly doesn't share your health bar. Like, yeah, just throw him out there. Eagly, help me. Get Sento.
That's the first time I've seen so much Peacemaker, and that's the first time I've ever seen that. However, this is one thing to mention. I didn't mention it before because we were just sort of looking at the Darius, but this is actually said to be a really horrible matchup for Kenshi. So Just Nasty has possibly counterpicked himself.
I mean, I see it here again with the Eagly as this easy answer to Sento.
Oh my lord! That is going to be frustrating.
All you had to do was block. All you had to do was block.
But even down to getting the up block, but not getting the button in time, where Sunio got up blocked and had time to jump and got away with it.
Oh no! Don't do it, Sunio. Oh no!
This is so hard, my game. This is the regional finals, Sunio. Why are you messing around?
Oh, playing with your food. Let's see if Kenshi can get in there and really make you guess for 80% of your life. But
oh my god! Oh my god!
He's not afraid. He's just not afraid. Not scared of the situation at all. This has got to be really demoralizing here for Just Nasty.
This is going to be a 50-50. Sunio is equally gaining fans, but he's going to be gaining some serious haters. You know what I mean?
Sunio only wants the people who also glorify Zone.
Oh, now he's dancing on him!
Oh boy. Oh no.
Get out of here, Darius.
Eagly, help me. Oh boy, he found the hit. He found the hit. Could this be guess into life? Guess it. No, Eagly. See ya.
That is so bad for Kenshi.
So good.
Oh my god, that is terrible for Kenshi. Oh god. Oh
and
my
the
lord.
bags.
He's
and the
dancing
bags. Sonic Fox, like fully confirmed. And if you don't think that they collaborated to, you know, prepare for this matchup, because that's what you need to do to make it super far in this bracket. You got to get through Ninja Killa, especially if they're going to be your winners round 2 opponent. Ooh, a little bit of a drop from Ninja Killa, very unlike him. But
honestly, I find this matchup so interesting anyway, because I have watched, you know, Zombat and Ninja Killa. They've gone back and they've played various Mortal Kombat games together, and there's always a lot of banter between them, but it's banter between two players that are some of the best in the world. So while they're just having a great time and talking trash to each other, you're still seeing some of the best Mortal Kombat you've ever seen. So it's a wonderful viewing experience. But in this tournament, very different story. There's no banter here. You know, this is serious.
Super serious. I mean, you got money on the line. You got the easy trip over to Final Combat, and again for Zombat, that's going to be the last chance for him. This is it for Zombat. Has to get through here.
Ninja Killa, of course, going back to the Liu Kang, the character that he's definitely famous for.
I love how he went for that safe jump at that distance. Like,
that was
knew he
really tiny.
Yeah, he knew he couldn't convert it to more damage, but said, you know what, I'm going to get the best out of this situation. I'm going to get the momentum on my side here. Jumping over. Whoa, didn't think the armor was coming. If that was just blocked, that could have been it for him. No breaker available once you armor out. Oh boy. I mean, Ninja's just ready to take these risks. That's so unfortunate. Goro was knocked out, and because of that, Goro wasn't ready to find the game-winning kill. Let me not, you know, utilize resources where I shouldn't. Zombat switching over to Peacemaker. I guess I lied. We've got 3 Peacemaker players in this bracket.
I have never seen Zombat play Peacemaker, so I guess we'll see how this one goes. But it is going to be the Kano again, so you've seen this playstyle before. The force field, not what it once was. There was a recent patch, the Ermac patch, that adjusted Peacemaker's force field, so it's up for less, and it can only absorb 2 projectiles. Not that bad for Liu Kang, because Liu Kang, if he's doing the air projectiles, he can power through it, but if he's on the ground, he can't, so...
Yeah, those
a bit of an advantage here for Zombat.
Those Dragon Tails aren't going to lead into anything if that force field is on. What a conversion here. Again, that little empty jump from Ninja Killa. Maybe thought he was a little bit closer in the corner than he was. Zombat able to challenge back. And, you know, just like that, adapting to a situation that he saw one time before in the previous game, and this time knew exactly how to answer back. The Kano Knives keeping it safe. Ninja Killer ducking under and going for the Dragon Tail immediately after that knife leaves the back of his head.
Oh
he thought he was
Lord.
going to chip him out, and he flawless blocked it. Did he seriously just flawless block or torpedo like it was nothing? Wait, what? Knowledge check? I don't see it, Ketchup. He knew it. He knows it's...
don't know, because if there was a wake-up attack there, you would have just got hit by... You know what? The round's over.
The round's over.
Let's not dwell on the past.
Yeah, just like the players shouldn't dwell in the past. The commentators shouldn't either. That was a mistake. It happened. Let's move on. That jump in was definitely not a mistake. Easy, meterless conversion here from Ninja Killer. Getting tons of damage and the corner position. The hard to blockable, the fun to blockable, whatever you want to call them. The overhead accompanied with that low Lao hat. Super fun to deal with. What a conversion here from Zombat. Able to get him, even though he was in an airborne situation. Pop them up for more damage. Where are you going? What? Why did that work? Why did that work?
Oh, I am so convinced. I mean, the active frames of the late section of the flip must have just hit in the air, and that's just how the animation works, but I love it. Oh, Zombat tried to go for the throws on the end of strings. So many players will actually forget they exist. They can be a nice little extra trick. Oh, no, forces the breaker.
That was a very brave forward dash by Ninja Killer to like just stop him. Like, no, you're trying to get space. I need to stop you. I need to just put an end to it. Dragon Tail coming in at the perfect timing as soon as Force Field is done.
Ninja Killer with a rather clear advantage. I mean, forcing Zombat to get rid of so much meter. Timing, knowing that the force field is going to disappear. I mean, that is optimal right there for Ninja Killer.
Also optimal here from Zombat. The confidence knowing the force field is there. No, ducking under the third shot and getting in there just in time. That is just pure execution here from Ninja Killer.
God! You forget how much damage Lu and Lao... I mean... Really, I mean, you have no choice but to reverse sweep, so
yeah.
Easier said than done. You are against Ninja Killer at the end of the day, but Zombat, they've played against each other so many times in the past.
Ooh, armoring through and getting that first hit. That
yeah.
I feel like in that situation, it was almost guaranteed there, knowing that he was still recovering and you just had to get past the Lao hat. You know, it's kind of like a you spend a bar to get a bar situation.
I love that ender as well, because you can either end in flying kick or back forward 4. Ending in the bicycle kick with Liu Kang, it does similar damage, but it takes longer. And the longer it takes, the more you can regenerate cameo.
Yeah, and it does change significantly like what you want to do afterwards. If you want to get a little bit more zone heavy, you know, you are farther away when you end it in the bicycle kick. So all depending on what's at stake here, you know, what kind of character you're fighting against, and you know what resources you have available to you. Lots of low projectiles, tons of regular projectiles coming through. I'm surprised that Jade Glow never really came into play for Zombat. Trying to check the sweeps over and over again, which is, you know, what the highest level players are doing against Johnny Cage on the wake up. Just sweep under in case that parry comes out. Sweep just in case that fatal blow comes out. And, you know, a lot of characters in this game have a great sweep. Some characters even have plus on block sweeps. So why not? It is a mix-up in itself as a low. Oh, ducking under, so smart by Zombat. Getting aggressive, putting himself at negative, and then ducking under a potential high, whether that's a throw or a challenge with a standing strike. So smart here by Zombat.
He has no choice but to make the most of this situation, right? I mean, you're down 2 games. Match point for Ninja Killer. I land this hit, I'm capitalizing. Throw combos, thank you very much, fan lift. I'm gonna get just a little bit more. Oh no! That is unfortunate. Side switch. Beautiful side switch from Ninja Killer. This is ridiculous. How? How did you find that?
I don't know. He knew he was going to like wiggle out, and he knew to let go of Lao Hat, because you can either hold it or you can let go whenever you want. And it was just the perfect timing for, hey, I know you're going to jump out of there. Oh, I hit you airborne. Let me hit confirm easily into this very obscure combo. Super smart here from Ninja Killer. No down one punish here coming out of Zombat. Instead, deciding to apply some pressure of his own. Gets okay. Katana fan conversion here. Safe jump, the delay wake up from Ninja Killer to kind of mess with the timing of the offense from Zombat. Zombat switching back to just playing neutral, but Ninja Killer, that's the thing with Kung Lao's cameo. Like, it's just an easy, hey, block this low hat and I get in and I'm plus and I can do whatever I want.
All right, Ninja Killer mixing up those grab directions now. It is harder to decide, you know, which direction are you going to get thrown. Another safe jump. Oh, there's the parry. And Ninja Killer using quite a lot of meter, so this is going to be completely free. Zombat getting an upper hand. Enough cameos regenerated, so now it's going to be Katana Disguise. Keep yourself safe.
Hype mode still activated though. How only half the time's been used. No access to armor.
Oh, no overhead at all. No overhead. Ninja Killer faked that out. And that is going to do so much damage. Remember, Johnny Cage has less health than most characters anyway. So after this fatal blow, Zombat is in a horrible situation.
Oh boy. 475, but he does it. He just goes in. The super brave dash up and just so confident. And I feel like he was confident because he had that breaker. Had he done something unsafe, he could just hold forward and block and say, yeah, the first thing that he's going to punish me with, I'm going to break. But, you know, that could have easily been a reversal throw. So that was still just super duper brave. It was, you know, that's the character I think of when I think of Ninja Killer. It's just Liu Kang all the way back to the MKX days. Those insane combos that just seem to go on forever after the finish of screen.
I mean, his Liu Kang combos really aren't that different here, are they? He's always playing new cameos and doing these ridiculous corner juggles and everything else, but Zombat, this is such an important game to win. That last match, he was so nearly chippable and everything that he was like, he had to dedicate to something. He just made the right choice. Now, keeping himself alive here and doing more than holding his own in this future match. Currently with a life lead, reactionary, just to shut it down. Gotta watch out. There's the parry.
Yeah, that was a throw attempt here from Ninja Killer. The parry does negate the throws, so you always got to be careful. And again, you just got to approach Johnny Cage very specifically. Whoa, no conversion there by the low hat.
That's the round.
Is that it?
Yep. No, he dropped it!
Commentator's curse by Ketchup. You don't want to do that to Ninja Killer, but that's okay. Glaive takes it home here. What are you going to do? You can just arc that anywhere you want, up, down, or leave it just at neutral. What an anti-air. What a move as an anti-air. Just kind of closes the distance anywhere you go. And, you know, is that a character that can deal with Johnny Cage's jump? No punish, but you almost see that Ninja Killer recognized he missed the punish, and he said, you know what, I'm going to go for a grab. Almost like spontaneously, like right there in that clutch situation.
Knows your opponent's going to be blocking because they're waiting for the punish. Goes for an escape. Oh, then walks right into a Liu Kang standing one. That is not what you want. Ninja Killer. Match point again. And in this instance, full screen. So good for Liu Kang. Fortunate there for Zombat that we had the Jade Disguise instantly to bypass the inevitable projectiles you'd be facing. Oh, that's going to be Shadow Kick for sure.
I mean, you trade damage with the Shadow Kick. Because like, the Shadow Kick doesn't leave you super close, but it's, you know, you use the armor to get through. You still 8 damage, and, you know, Zombat not really able to get anything for it. I mean, you want to shut the momentum. You want it in your favor. Oh, he stood up and got clipped by that Lao hat. Super unfortunate. Big jump in. What are you going to do? And what a challenge from Ninja Killer. The mid-high coming right at you. This is not looking good for Zombat.
Yeah, this is a bad situation. Oh, makes you think there's going to be plus frames, but just does a standing 2. All right, Ninja Killer moves on in the winner's bracket, knocking Zombat down into losers. That now means
both level up together. So, it's, again, if you want to get out there and you really think that it's just practice holding you back, you know, enter those tournaments, get those results, and, you know, you'll get those invites. Hey, I want some Johnny experience. Hey, I want some Peacemaker experience. You want to do a first to 10, first to 20, first to death, whatever you want. Let's do it. Let's play. Let's get better.
So, again, we're seeing Get Wrecked going with that Janet. Now, Mighty Unjust is, as always, going to have a rather large emphasis on keeping Johnny Cage far away. If there's one character you want to zone, it's always Cage. However, we're starting things off strong as Get Wrecked opens up with a 2-1-2. Charge it up. Oh my lord, that is still really high damage. That's like, kind of like almost pre-patched Cyrax Johnny Cage damage from back in the day.
If only. You wish. Just kidding. Whoa, the side switch over the other side, but didn't get the conversion he was looking for, but instead just opting out to go for a little force field, a little bit. Oh, baited it out. Nice hit confirm into the Molina ball roll, popping him up for good damage. Now you could end this. An easy hit confirm and a fatal blow, or just any combo, really. Could do it. The throw's not going to be the answer, though. Still able to take that throw. It's like, what? He just did it? Oh, he did have Katana fan lift, but still. The fact that he just did it, because that's not really 100% a cover, 100% something to keep myself safe, but just a fun way to keep my opponent guessing after they do block something that's super punishable. Speaking of super punishable, that back 3 did not get punished. Over the other side is the Mighty Unjust.
These shadow kicks are not paying off. I know that's kind of stating the obvious, but I'm having a real hard time sort of just cracking into the defense of Mighty Unjust at the moment.
I like the sweep to stop that backdash. A lot of players look to backdash afterwards to try to get something to whiff and just preemptively hit their mids. Oh, the force field coming in play, but didn't have enough recovery for the punish. Get wrecked. Definitely showing a little bit of signs of frustration, but does get the crumple state here thanks to that string. The Janet triple punch, triple jump punch here. Shoutouts to Mk1.
Oh no! Unjust committed. I'm going to enforce this mix-up. I'm going to just buff a Fatal Blow in case it hits, and if it works, I'll win the game. And that was as simple as that. Unjust is going to take game 1 here. Get wrecked. There were some sort of signs of life near the later side of it, but again, Unjust. He's going to have a clear future rotations and new disguises. All of it can really keep Johnny Cage at arm's reach and beyond.
Yeah, and that's, you know, Johnny Cage in this game, you know, not going to have really any access to projectiles. Instead, it's just, you know, and I think Get Wrecked plays him pretty optimally. Like, you got to get in there and you got to just get aggressive here. But
even here, like, you could choose to go in now, but Mighty Unjust, that's not the game plan. I'd rather keep you mid-screen. That's where I'm much more happy.
Exactly. I mean, he did find just a clear hit. Oh, the crumple punch went the wrong way here. The back two just completely charged up and just nobody was home. A very strange side switch there. That's what I mean with the execution of Janet as a cameo. Like, you have to be so meticulous with your timing.
Yeah, it can easily go wrong. And you have to commit too, so it's not like you can call her out and then be safe. You have to know that attack is going to land to be worth it.
Exactly.
Speaking of, there we go. That's all it is.
Oh, I love how beautiful that backdash in the middle of that crumple looks. It just looks like you're whiffing for days, but you're just looking for the third hit of that string.
Yeah, that's the only one that matters. Oh!
Did he even try?
Yeah,
he just looked like he got up and said, "Oh, I'm dead."
Your only bet to survive that would have been to flawless block, because if you up block again, you're not going to survive the chip damage.
But even if you flawless block, I believe that move is safe on block. So the only way to make it unsafe is to up block it, but you still take the chips if you up block it. So you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. Ducking under the throw, nobody home. Mighty Unjust just whipping that throw and Get Wrecked taking full control here. Pushing him to the corners and Mighty Unjust willing to jump, willing to just say, you know what, here comes John Cena from the top rope. Big jump kick, but it didn't really pay off for him. But right now, he's comfortable. He's staying back. Never mind, as soon as I say that, he goes for a throw. Melina costume in play here, so it's going to leave him in a standing state. No. Triple throws? Triple throws from a standing state? I mean, not one time did a shadow kick come out, or a duck, or a challenge of anything. Don't
been 4 grabs at the moment, and Mighty Unjust, he doesn't really need, save the meter. He was saving it the whole time, just in case he needed to, and now,
don't kill this guy.
Ouch!
Yeah, this is it for him. Smart move by Get Wrecked to notice the health difference and notice that I can end this with a shadow kick right here. Build up a little height here.
Eagerly. The fact that it's a mid, Peacemaker moves himself backwards. It works so well with those square wave style assists to the Melina side toss adding to it. All of this has been chip damage, and Get Wrecked has already taken about 100, 150 health.
Yeah, and Johnny Cage doesn't have too much to spare there, a 950 character. Those shots do a surprising amount of chip as well. So even though they're highs, like, you don't want to block them, but then that threat of eagly is just like, oh, I also don't want to get eaglied for no reason, because if it's the low one where John Cena or where Peacemaker rolls forward, it's going to lead into a huge amount of damage.
It's almost the lesser of 2 evils to just hold the block.
Exactly.
Looking for a shadow kick combo, not quite able to hit its mark.
Ooh, thought a throw was coming, but instead, here comes a big boot, a big quick mid.
No!
Oh, he just whiffed. I love how the spotlight followed him, even if he was as he was getting comboed, like, in the air. Like, just the nut punch. Do I just block afterwards, knowing that I'm in, and they're too scared to do anything else because the height mode activated? It's very, very scary.
Alright, so Mighty Unjust just needs to win this game to move on into winners finals. Ninja Killer is already lying in wait. And I feel like this would be quite the run back. Mighty Unjust. This is, oh my god, there's the full screen combos. Johnny Cage he just cannot get anywhere near this guy.
Checking him there, getting that counter hit as Get Wrecked decided to double dip and go for another part of his turn. Ooh, neutral jump kicks. Well, the flawless block. So the flawless block, it does put you in a punishable state. I thought the frame data might have been the same as it is for some moves, but it looks like that is an answer in that situation. And when you have, you know, that tiny amount of life left, that's going to be a very common, you know, tool used by Peacemaker. So Get Wrecked, you know, learning things here on the fly. Love to see it. Not everyone can do that. Whoa, going under the throw, the call out, the ducker. Get Wrecked here.
There's definitely one thing to point out is that Peacemaker's strings and some of his attacks are a lot more plus on block than you might think. So even things like going in for torpedo into fan lift into a jump kick, if you time it right, I don't even think it's up blockable. Oh, just went in for the big payout overhead. Did not work out on that. Should be the round, very much so.
Whoa,
no,
it's not.
He miscalculated it by 1%.
Oh, such a tiny little amount of health left, but that's okay. Don't sweat it, Get Wrecked. Big jump in kick. You're Johnny Cage. What are they going to do about it?
That could have been such a disaster if that is how it went. Can you imagine if that lost Get Wrecked around? Anyway, who cares? Next round, still match point here for Mighty Unjust. Punish.
It's so weird because the interaction with Torpedo getting Katana fan lift, it like varies between like how far away Peacemaker is from you when he's recovering. So like you don't have that like, you know, one size fits all punish for that approach. You just kind of have to wing it. Like, do I get a punish? Do I just get some pressure afterwards? Like, how many times am I going to let him get away with it? It's so frustrating.
Gotta watch out for those whiffs. Very easy for Cage to intercept that. The defensive glaive again. Might get a torpedo, yeah. I was thinking about that one. There's the fan lift.
Oh boy.
All of this is chip, and all of this is something that Unjust is happy to play around. We still have the 3 bars of meter. Breaker is available.
Flawless blocking to negate all the chip possible here. Oh man, that actually punished. That punished his down poke attempt here. Get Wrecked doesn't have any resources to go for a breaker. Does have fatal blow if he does get in there, but he doesn't have enough time left. 8 seconds left on the clock here. Catch up.
What do you? Yeah, there's nothing. I don't think there's anything you can do about that. I don't think you have time.
In each of these regions, the finale is going to be determining who gets that qualifying spot, and it's just all about who can be the best on this one given day. Not everybody's going to be playing to 100%, not everybody's going to be playing perfectly, so it's just whoever can clutch it out in this super high intensity moment here. Get Wrecked going at it against Joystick. Now this is the thing that's so scary, is that Joystick is playing a team that Get Wrecked will play in a lot of different matchups, and that's the Shaolin Monks team. Liu Kang with the Kung Lao cameo to back him up. So this is a little uncomfortable, I think, for Joystick.
It's off to a fantastic start for Get Wrecked. Going back in with that Kung Lao cameo. Now, we can talk about various cameos that get used for various reasons. Cage and Lao has always been just a almost match made in heaven. Even though there have been some significant nerfs to both Johnny Cage and the Kung Lao cameo over the last few months, this team is still incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, no, it's definitely scary. It's just, again, just a solid team. Like, nothing too fancy, but, you know, once just adding that extra damage to, you know, potential throws just makes the throw strike game a lot harder to deal with.
Having to work your way in. Speaking of, not much working when you throw that low hat and just go for an advancing move. That's something that low hat has always allowed. Slower cooldown now than it used to be, but for someone like Cage who's going to use that downtime of the cameo to just go into various pieces of pressure, that's going to do a nice job of just bringing back Kung Lao for you. Now Joystick gets the grab, again, ends it in the bicycle kick. Good knockdown, good damage, eats into the cameo time.
Just trying to get, like, Get Wrecked is just using that Kung Lao hat to just get in, just bypass all neutral. What a trade there. Definitely in his favor. Able to convert into huge damage afterwards. The follow-up. That's going to be Get Wrecked getting that first game.
And it looks like we're going in. I mean, look, you have to understand that this is the regional finals, right? This is all about trying to win the tournament and secure yourself a final combat. If there is a character that you think is going to give you an upper hand here, I'm just going to assume that North America has a lot of value in Peacemaker, otherwise we would not be seeing him so much. But you're betting your... This is loser side. You're betting your tournament life on this character.
Well, look, the other thing, too, is Joystick has found themselves in the losers bracket, so they already lost with their character on the winner's side. So, you know, I think if you came into this without a backup plan or even maybe, you know, some new explored strategy, and that doesn't always mean a character change, but most of the time it does, then, you know, I don't think you're training hard enough. You need to explore the options, and, you know, sometimes that is the right move. Go for the character that's super good. Go for the character that everybody's talking about. So much utility, you know, and I feel like this character is still very underexplored.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of various parts of the world have different opinions on some characters, and I know for a fact, North America, they thoroughly believe in Peacemaker. You know, a lot of people consider him to be within their top 5s. Does a lot of really just good stuff. He's got really effective zoning. Pretty damn safe. You know, the most unsafe thing about him in the grand scheme of things tends to be Torpedo that can be fixed by cameos, but 8 seconds on the clock. Peacemaker is going to have some mix. The grab, you can afford to take that. Even now, you can still take this. Nah, it would have been a waste. Would have been a waste.
Yeah, I thought maybe because it stopped the clock, but I don't think it would have been enough to make up the difference in health there.
Yeah, the fatal blow was sent full screen as well, so you might not have been able to find the hit.
Yeah. Hey, maybe it should have just been a raw fatal blow. Like, let it rock. Like, hey, let's just do it.
Speaking of just do it.
Yeah, Melina ball roll here, no problem. The overhead that leads into so much combo potential. Very fun to deal with. You always got to watch out. Oh, fun blockables.
Love it.
The Loverhead. Just a normal sweep. Nothing really came out of that though.
I'm pretty sure forward 3 should punish that. And in fact, I think I've seen Get Wrecked do that before.
Maybe just questioning themselves. Maybe thought, yeah, some kind of cameo was gonna come, and maybe it was just a call out to something that didn't happen. Hey, a little trade here. Shadow kicker torpedo. Yeah.
Well, it was until that throw landed. Now a complete reverse of momentum. Oh, the hard read. A bit greedy with the 2-2 grab, I fear. And now Joystick. Here's the...
No, this is who got you here. And maybe they're just making the full run for as long as they can, because even if you don't get that final combat spot, you know, there is money on the line today. No points, but definitely money on the line for you to, you know, say too much money for you to say no to, for you to say, you know, I can't just give up and play Peacemaker. So I believe the score is going to be 2-0 in favor of Get Wrecked. We'll have that switched up for you guys in just a second. Going in for sweeps, nobody home though. Ooh, the enhanced Dragon Tail clipping him, but you know, that presence of the Kung Lao hat really stopping Liu Kang from utilizing those combos and utilizing that full tool set.
Joystick has a very significant uphill climb. You have no choice now but to reverse sweep. You have to get 3 straight, betting everything with this Liu Kang. Sadly, didn't do much in that round, and now it's match point for Get Wrecked on the verge of moving on into top 4.
Yeah, not looking good. Not looking good at all. Catch up here. A forward throw. Kung Lao coming in with the assist. Ooh, I really thought that was it. I really thought that was the punish, and so did Joystick.
Evidently, however, that is a full punish plus frames into more. You know, Johnny Cage, some of his strings got like nerfed, like 1-1 plus frames and stuff. He still has individual buttons that are just as plus as ever. Oh,
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Whoa, we're still in there? We're still here. Somehow, we're still here. We time jumped and we're just landed back on the same timeline. Thanks to Gearus. And I think both players are also confused. Like, I guess we keep fighting. Like, I don't know what that was. But
not much you can do. Whatever it was, it's past now. It was an unfortunate time, it has to be said, but Joystick has got to make this corner pressure count. All right. You have to make sure. Oh, no. Plus frames. Oh, and that's going to be it. Joystick is eliminated in the NA East Regional Finals. Get Wrecked moving on now. Top 4 at least. Sure what kind of matchup we could see here, because you know you're fighting Peacemaker, and Zombat does play a variety of different characters. Straight in with the Johnny Cage. Straight in with the Johnny Cage. So we're starting off pretty strong, but Zombat is going to have to navigate that rather significant minefield of Eagly, Square Wave, Gunshots, Torpedo.
Yeah, and this is what it is. It's just like you're playing a platformer. Like, you're just, whoa, what? He dealt with it. There's no way that's going to work.
Drop
And
the
that's so unfortunate too, because he was recovering. That was literally a punish for calling out the anti-gravity so well. And, you know, kind of making a statement right away that, you know, Sunio, I was going to say, I don't
so
think...
much chip, dude.
I don't think Sunio's going to go for the chip out because Zombat just showed that he can punish it. But, you know, I guess it's not that simple, and Sunio knew that. Or maybe just said, you know what, let me test him again. Because I don't feel like being conditioned right now. I don't want to be conditioned right now.
Zombat's looking for it. Shadow kick. That is going to be a free way in at the very least. A big jump kick. Lovely throw tech there from Sunio.
You know, we talk about how our games are not like legacy at all, but one thing that has been in MK since MK9 is the throw mechanic in terms of like how you tech a throw. And the fact that throws are high. So that's like that one thing that always stays true. And it's so neat to see a more veteran player, a more seasoned player like Sunio just be 100% ready to tech every throw coming his way.
Finds an opening. First throw. Just has to be careful with those jump-ins.
Yeah, too scared to up block, but, you know, willing to flawless block. You know, you're minimizing the risk, but you're at least, you know, getting rid of any kind of chip that's going to happen on the follow-up. Oh, not sure what that loop was supposed to be.
I think it was meant to be a torpedo.
Yeah. The double shot.
Oh,
the team up.
Working out.
The team up from Peacemaker and Sonya Blade. Oh boy, you're gonna chip him out easy here. What? The flawless block?
Oh, you tried to armor, but there's no health to absorb that flawless block. Saving Zombat's skin, absolutely. All right, throw counter. That's big damage. Those 140 health grabs hurt a lot for a 900 HP character, I tell you.
Oh boy. Yeah, this is what Sunio was trying to avoid, because I guess that's why he went for the torpedo, because he said, you know, if I sit here and block, I'm going to die. Johnny Cage has so many different variants with these different strings. Oh boy, up block, easy punish here. Oh boy.
Jimmy, 2-1-2 counter hit. All right, Sunio with the challenge. Decent little chunk of damage. Sonya available, but the question is, do you energy ring now and deal with the longer cooldown, or do you wait for it to come all the way back? Probably will do. Full combo.
This is so down to the wire.
That's it. First game goes to Zombat. Nice little clean hit confirm that.
You know, it looks like it was just one decision away, but Zombat did have that 3-bar. You know, he wasn't getting too reckless with his Goro, just in case, you know, a Goro gets hit and you find yourself in a combo, you're not going to be able to break. So that was just property stays active and you still take no chip damage as long as there's no huge gap in between the things that you are blocking. Just straight up throw. Sunio knows exactly when to throw. Again, I love it. I love it. Just walk up. Just dash up, walk up, throw. You're holding on the block because you're scared of my zoning. You're scared of, you know, what it's going to lead into.
Especially with an advancing forward 4 like Peacemakers, which is safe, leads to so much damage. I know there can be a gap depending on how you choose to end it, which is going to be a bit of a risk versus Cage with a launching Shadow Kick, but still, pound for pound, in Peacemaker's favor, those instances.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what? What a forward dash. What a forward dash here coming out of Zombat. Super aggressive. Just, again, a lot of players love to just kind of try to force those whiff punishes, you know, and enforce those back dashes and just preemptively press those buttons. And Zombat just playing to a tune, like, perfectly to counteract it.
That Goro throw is going to do it. First round of this second game does go to Zombat. Importantly, screen positioning. Sunio, how does he fight out of this corner? Oh my god, Zombat just pulled that out. And now, bad news for Sunio. Without being able to set up the energy ring, that torpedo becomes a huge risk.
Oh yeah, no, you're definitely gonna have to come off that breaker. You're trying to get out of this corner so bad, but Zombat just locking Sunio in here, mixing him up here, not going for the overhead. The low instead, the Goro to extend the combo, and just a little bit more here. Some throw action coming your way. Zombat going up 2-0 over Sunio. I'm not liking the mobility stat all the way, like maxed out, beyond 10. We're talking like 11.5 mobility.
It's the reason that even though it's a 900 HP team, it's still one of the most consistent teams we see with competitive Johnny Cage. He's a glass cannon. However, He has so many ways in there, covered by Goro, that, you know, whether it's a few micro dashes into an advancing mid, whether it's shadow kick that launches. The second you get in once, it's party time. And Zombat has just done, like, the safe jump right there. Does such a good job of just keeping himself secure. End it there to build up the hype meter, as always. Match point for Zombat, and with safe jumps like that, removes your one defensive option to just say, get off me. Oh my god, it's just been perfect for Zombat so far. The whole series, everything's worked.
It's literally, I feel like he's giving Peacemaker a taste of his own medicine. Like, yeah, you want this fast-traveling, you know, special move that just, like, destroys your day. Well, here's Shadow Kick. This is how you make everybody else feel with your torpedo.
Well, didn't result in any massively full combos, but the hype did more than enough job of getting over half the health down. And oh no, one more hit and Sunio is toast. That's the Johnny Cage jump in. Try and anti-air that with a button and you pay the price. And the revenge with the Kung Lao Janet. I'm just looking forward to watching this. I want to see what he's cooking up, because earlier on against Joystick, this team was just, it was gross. It was insane.
Mm-hmm. It looks like we have some. What are we doing?
Oh no, this is the match. I don't know if they realized, but we're here. Well,
are we offline or online? Online, there's no button checks, but Ninja Killa's going in. Now we saw this character coming out of Ninja Killa in the first round. However, when he went over to fight Zombat, switched back to the Liu Kang that we all know and love by Ninja Killa. So up against the Mighty Unjust could be a character-specific thing, could be a player-specific thing. Maybe Liu Kang does really bad against Peacemaker, because we feel that Mighty Unjust just coming out all Peacemaker here for this regional final.
But we will see how this one unfolds, though, because a lot of interesting tech here for Lao. Ninja Killa getting clipped here by Mighty Unjust. There's the armor. Wait a minute, fatal blow.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and we pick it up. Now, my question is, because it came from a few of those extra hits, is this enough? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So because this is round one, there's still a serious chip territory for Ninja Killa. Wake up force field. Dedicate.
John Cena from the top rope, just coming down on you with his entire body. What are you gonna do? You gonna up-block this? I don't think so.
It was a hard loss for Ninja Killa there, though, because you used your fatal blow in the round and didn't even manage to win it, so you've lost a pretty important resource.
Exactly. Woohoo, popping up, and that's the perfect time to go for that breaker. Stopping the combo dead in its tracks. High shots coming your way. Katana fan lift, and what is Ninja Killa going to do about it? I mean, I'm not sure if he just doesn't know how to deal with it with this character. This could be a newer character for Ninja Killa. Now, that was very dangerous there. A dive kick like that could have easily been blocked and easily been punished. Good blocks on the overhead by Mighty Unjust. You kind of see him fuzzying low and then overhead. Down twos and down twos, and Mighty Unjust says, I had enough of this. Here comes the armored torpedo, because I just want to get some offense going for myself. Gets baited out with the up block. Empty jump coming out of Ninja Killa. This is down to the wire, man. This is so close.
Walks right into a gunshot, though. You have to watch out. Any one of these clean hits will result in the end of the game. Good block on the overhead low.
That was the right call. That was the right call. The neutral jump kick. The neutral jump kick would have been the right thing. Or maybe he thought, you know, the punch is coming your way. He was just a little too close. Like, you can't be right on top of Kung Lao because he has this, like, low profiling when he's, like, recovering from the Shaolin shimmy. Oh, what a heartbreaker here from the Mighty Unjust. Had that been kicked, that would have been his game, but that's okay. We got a long set ahead of us. Both players have both their tournament lives intact, so this is not do or die. This is just getting good.
Dash in mid. And there's the button. There's a hit confirmed. Just torpedo, keep it nice and secure. I do believe Eagly was still on cooldown, I think, at the time, so wouldn't have got anything extra from that.
That went unpunished by Ninja Killa. That went completely unpunished. He blocked torpedo. Melina's side came out, which is in the air, and Ninja Killa just let him do it. That overhead's a little slow, and Mighty Unjust ready to challenge with a down one. Speaking of downs, here comes a down two. What?
Oh,
he armored through it.
Armor.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right, wait.
He's okay. He's okay. He's okay. Mighty Unjust getting back up. Mighty Unjust getting thrown again. 140 damage. That's a lot.
Oh my lord!
He just did
I think you're still alive. That was so risky.
That was scary. No, that is risky. Again, he had. I don't think it does either. I know normal blocks, last breath comes into play, but Either way, that was such a risky thing. Even if he didn't have the bar, still a risky move by the Mighty Unjust, as we saw just just shooting him out of there. The very quick recovery of the upshot, the blow dart from Peacemaker just makes it such a good why not move to just throw out there. If they jump, cool, you get a conversion. If they don't jump, I get to build meter and I get to, get to control the pace of this game.
We have to mention that a neutral duck versus Peacemaker at the range that was such a scary thing. That forward 4 is no joke. There is no Janet available. The puppet mode didn't work out. The down 1 interrupted. Turn this into a combo. Oh, maybe that was, not sure what that was meant to be.
I don't know. I thought it was going to be eagly, the low eagly coming your way, and you can usually get a conversion even if you're that far away. Even if it's just something like torpedo, down 1 torpedo. You don't have to get something big. Yeah, he's trying. Is that really all?
So much chip.
Is that really all he needs to do? Is like just get him down to 5%, and here comes John Cena,
and then just hope that they can flawless block it.
Oh.
Keep it nice and simple. Alright. Not guessing correctly on that back 3 now. Let's not forget that is a complete 50-50, that back 3. Overhead or low.
Yeah, you can see Mighty trying to react to it, and he's just going back and forth between blocking low or overhead. But yeah, you don't want to let Kung Lao get away with that, because that can just, if he gets those coin flips right, it's just so much that he just gets.
Makes you feel like you got no idea what you're doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hit by it.
Super demoralizing.
Ah, interesting. Ends the combo early to prevent Ninja Killer from breaking.
Well, that's it.
There's
Got it.
the read. All right. Armor 2-0 for Mighty Unjust. Now the question is, does Ninja Killer go Kung Lao all the way, or is this where we see a character change?
I think this is where we see a character change, especially because you don't want to fall down to losers. That's an entire really one to jump into all these community events, and sometimes I think it's more of out of respect, he wants everyone to have, he doesn't want to go around and take everything. But those tournaments that do have the bigger prize pools, more eyes on it, he will, go in and play. But I don't think Ninja Killer needs experience. I don't think Ninja Killer needs, to work on nerves or anything like that. This is a solid, almost fully evolved player. This is Ninja Killer we're talking about. Household name. And Mighty Adjust, he just found so much dirt with Peacemaker.
He's been looking at dirt with the Movado as well. I know we're not going to see Movado today because he's still too new. But yeah, Movado Peacemaker has some rather interesting setup, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah.
But Mighty Unjust.
I think that was kind of risky to go for the Melina ball roll, and a player like Ninja Killer is definitely homing in on what Cameo is available, what you do have access to, and it did pay out for the Mighty Unjust, trying to jump over to the side, getting clipped by standing normals.
Ooh, drop the combo though, Armor.
Oh, not like Ninja Killer at all.
The second you get within 50 health, you have to be careful. Alright, full combo. Okay.
There's only 5 seconds left.
What a decision!
He just bet it all. All you had to do was block that. Just block it. Just block. That's super punishable.
Blocking
he did have
for losers.
Blocking will get you nowhere. Oh boy,
right.
Here's a punishment. What?
Wow! Okay, so I guess the time it took to dash in just ate into the recovery.
So confident. I mean, that move needs to be readjusted 100%. I don't care what anyone says. That move is so difficult to punish for no reason. But when you have the corner on your side, it makes it a little bit easier here. And of course, multiple tries helps you out, making sure you get the timing down just right. Down to, look, that was so smart by Ninja Killer. The down to so plus that he knew I have time to jump over the other side, because I know what he was doing. It was just trying to get out of the corner, and I'm taking that away from him. Didn't go for the whole thing. I don't think that was going to convert, Ketchup. I don't think that breaker was worth it. I think that was going to be the last hit.
It's hard to tell with Janet sometimes. I feel like you can see Janet come out in the most unusual of circumstances. It kind of works out. Big trade for Mighty Unjust. Ninja Killer took far lot more damage there.
Checking Ninja Killer as he's trying to approach some kind of offense here.
Anti-air.
The anti-air blow dart just gives the big green light for the torpedo. Just backing off. Look at Mighty and Just not taking any risk. Like a lesser player, a lesser experienced player would have said, you know what, I can finish Ninja Killer off right here. He's only got 20%, but you could see the respect from the Mighty Unjust, knowing I don't care how little health Ninja Killer has, I cannot give him an inch. He's gonna take a mile, but he drops the combo. That was huge. That could have been the upset that we were looking for, but instead, Mighty Unjust.
It's like you just know. It's like you've watched these players compete for ages and you've picked up on their tendencies.
Some people hate the mirror at catch-up. You know, like you've run into that in all the games we've played. Like some people are just like, the mirror is so toxic. The mirror is so stupid. The mirror is so guessy. But like, I don't think so. I think a mirror match is just another matchup that you've got to learn. You know, what you can and cannot do against a player and a character that has all your tools as well. But let's see how happens here for Get Wrecked. Respecting lots of plus frames here for Zombat from Johnny Cage. The stand 4 going to be leaving him super plus, so that is a nice opening into some throws, nice opening into some pressure, and like Glaives hitting perfectly, extending these combos. And Get Wrecked in a world of hurt here, locked down in the corner, trying to fight his way out and just picking all the wrong times to get aggressive. Standing position, and yeah, what was he going to do? Get chipped out? Probably.
That was actually one of the best ways that Zombat could have started this game, really. It's just not even having an opportunity to give Get Wrecked a chance to start anything. Oh, wait a minute. I love that one. I love it. That. Ninja Killer did it earlier, too.
Yeah, it's a projectile, so it's a projectile that pops you up and puts you up for, you know, a pretty good punish. Nothing wrong with it. Oh boy, over the other side. Oh, did you see him duck and then stand up to block the overhead, but he couldn't block forever. Kept going, was the pressure from Zombat. And now you find yourself on the other side of the stage in this other corner, and this is just lockdown city. What are you gonna do about this? Hype mode activated, so we're gonna access tons of damage. Standing position. Oh, never mind, continuing the combo. All that combo, standing position there at the end, and forced to come off that breaker.
Oh my
come off those
lord.
3 bars.
That was a triple dash into grab. That is conditioning to the next level. Zombat with a really strong first.
A normal low or normal sweep, or an anticipation of a punish, like where you jump back hoping for him to like phase through, or you know, something else. It's just so nice to have that option, and I think that's what Get Wrecked likes about playing this matchup. Good challenge here with the mid, fully committing to the whole string, getting some good, decent damage here, over 40% because of Johnny Cage's 950 health.
I think Get Wrecked is going to have to play this one so carefully, because like the longer you can keep Johnny Cage at arm's reach, the better. Liu Kang's pressure, one good thing at dealing with Liu Kang is that parry, that instant interruption.
Up block, baby. Getting a little too,
stuff.
Getting a little too aggressive with Zombat. You know, he didn't really bait out anything. He just kind of said, you know what, I'm going to keep swinging. Yeah, looking for the parry here, knowing that the sweep is going to be just enough to put him in pretty much a game point situation. Just blocking for dear life here is Get Wrecked.
Solid defense from Get Wrecked, and especially there, just having the peace of mind to just wait your turn. The inevitable bull roll. Happy to have that patience.
Well, you know, what is he really going to do that's a low? He's not going to have access to anything that's, you know, other than like a sweep to start you off. So, yeah, I think that's a very smart presence of mind by Get Wrecked, to stay blocking overhead and just wait for the opportunity to present itself. It's a little safe jump and little delay wake-up action coming out of Get Wrecked to try to throw off the timing of Zombat.
Ooh, with punish.
Did he backdash like 3 times? Like, he was all the way on the other side of the screen so quickly that Get Wrecked was like so willing to press buttons when nobody was home.
His dashes have been so crisp, I can't even count how many he's doing.
Exactly.
Nature of a strong Johnny Cage, grab combos, and a lovely side switch, actually. That looked a little bit tricky. Oh, that was definitely meant to be a shadow kick. Doesn't matter though, because Zombat did not get with punished. I imagine Get Wrecked wasn't particularly looking for it either. That's an oddly specific thing to be ready for, and now full combo Zombat in the corner. Lovely tech.
Forward escape. Just knew which way he was throwing him. Didn't see it this time. Didn't even have time to react it the wrong way.
Right, back forward 3. Ooh, big jump in. Walking into the 3-3. This is a unusual way for it to finish. We are going to get a full combo. Kung Lao is available.
We're going to make this comeback. Delaying the time to make sure that Kung Lao comes all the way back. Challenging. This is a lot of damage, and he does go for the breaker. Had the 3 bars, but it wouldn't have been enough to kill either way.
Last breath. Oh, that is, I mean, again, in that situation, if it was like a set block string, I think Get Wrecked would have been alright, but Zombat was purposefully ending those really quick.
I don't really necessarily think it was like a total wash or anything. You know, a few good rounds in favor of Get Wrecked, but he's going to be switching it up to Johnny Cage. Maybe he hopes that Zombat hates the mirror.
I have seen Zombat many a time do exceptionally well in this mirror, so I do think that, you know, if I were on paper looking at who has the advantage here, I feel like I'd say Zombat, but either way, Get Wrecked off to a fantastic beginning.
Oh yeah. Oh man, both players just feeling each other out. Nobody wants to commit to anything too big, nothing risky, never mind. That thrown out of the window completely. Zombat goes in for a throw. Throw again. Now, super risky. Duck under throws, no problem. And, you know, that's what you put on the table. That's what you present. Whoa, 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 whoa! It just didn't connect in time, and it was just like the wrong timing here from Get Wrecked. He didn't do it right away as he got up. He blocked something first, then went for the parry, and it just didn't trigger right. And Zombat able to take full advantage of the situation.
A rather convincing match point, though, for Zombat. I have some definite thoughts about the players that are left here, but I'll save that for if this finishes up. Wow, that is an interesting punish.
Yeah, so super good, especially like where it left him. Yeah. I feel like from full screen, you know, Kung Lao has a little bit more menacing than Jade's Glaive. So I feel like that's the range where Get Wrecked is going to be a little bit more comfortable in this matchup. And Zombat just wants to get right in his face. Yeah, that's not plus anymore, so it's just going to be button pressing right afterwards. The Jade throw here in the corner, and Zombat just needs to not get touched here, really. You know, you'd think the character with the same buttons is just going to be able to... Oh, no.
Oh, no way. That's the game.
That's it.
The Molina roll was getting punished quite a lot throughout the course of that series, but the one time it hits, Mark, was the one time Zombat finishes. It's very hard to be confident in anything about like who has how many points, who's going where. Now, Ninja Killer with the Liu Kang Chameleon instead of the Lao this time.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a little bit different here. Liu Kang Chameleon, both players, you know, kind of cycling through these different variations and cycling through all these different tool sets. That was a good amount of damage here. Being able to end it in the air projectile. Wait, what? Did he turn around early because he did the Jade Glaive?
Yeah, the parry. It can work really well in some of those situations.
Well, but he parried, but he went over to the other side, and Liu Kang, instead of committing to a string the original way, because he called out Glaive, it actually turned his character around during the slow-mo animation. Like it was really bizarre there, like a very specific situation. And speaking specific here, approaching Johnny Cage, whenever you're plus or whenever he's plus or whenever you think that parry's going to be coming out, the sweep is always a great option. I like the low projectile to kind of lock down Johnny Cage as the katana family just kind of puts that body right on top of him.
Roll immediately forced out a breaker. In this instance, again, much like the Lao, ending things in bicycle kick just to chew up some of that cameo gauge recharge.
Looking for double glaives here, but totally blocked.
Just raw bull roll on it.
Oh man, this is not looking good for Zombat fans out there. This is not looking good for Zombat here. This is his last effort here to get into that final combat. Reversal throw. Yeah, I mean, if you're Ninja Killer, what are you really risking here? with that throw. Like, yeah, the throw can get ducked. It would be a lot of damage.
Every single decision you make just carries so much more weight
Oh,
to
you're
it.
getting one.
Because again, just to remind some of the people that are tuning in, this is the regional finals for NA East. It's all about the first place. There is prize money, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even gonna tell you how much, because the only thing that matters to these players is that trip to Final Combat, where you are among the world's greatest.
Yeah, and that invite just comes with a full ride to get there. Full ride to Toronto later in June to compete for $200,000, and you know the glory that comes with a Final Combat. It's going to be amazing, but these guys need to do it here. And Zombat kicking it into full gear. Totally different mindset, totally different approach here. Getting super aggressive, knowing that Ninja Killer. Oh my God, those flawless blocks. He anticipated those flawless blocks and he mixed it up there just a little bit there. Didn't go right into, you know, the full string. Instead, stopped the string entirely, went for a sweep. Ninja Killer with a perfect up block here, making sure that, you know, that one answer to Johnny Gage's jump kick, you know, even be it a very risky one, is still an answer. Nice flawless block by Zombat, making that string super punishable.
Flawless blocks are always going to become so important in the meta, like the more you have time just to ignore chip, ignore meter build. It was after the Cyrax patch where flawless blocking something not only like removes the chip damage, but it also means the opponent can't gain meter. That was massive for some matchups. Zombat fighting back.
Ooh, the fan lift, big kick on the other side. Ninja Killer trying to anti-air it there, but instead getting stuffed by the best kick in the game. Try to go for the Melina ball roll, but some weird trade situation here. And Zombat definitely going to be chipping him out in that scenario. Super plus, left in a standing position. No bar left for Ninja Killer. So Ninja Killer, I mean, just to reiterate a little bit of what you said, Ketchup, I think Mighty Unjust is rooting for Ninja Killer really, really bad, because even if he does lose in the run back in the grand finals, it'll be almost guaranteed that the spot goes to Mighty Unjust. But still, too many factors at play here. All we know, winner number one here, winner tonight, will get that full ride to Final Combat.
Well, as we start off this next game, Ninja Killer starting off pretty strong with some impressive damage. Escape failed. Not that that really means anything in this game, but the information makes a pretty big difference.
It does, it does. If your opponent is on it or not, if your opponent is reacting with the best of them or not, you know, and again, what risk they're willing to take. Oh boy. Again, just walks up, and I guess he was waiting for Melina ball roll, and I guess that's what it was. He just walked up to him and was blocked. That's going to be a nice conversion here in a fatal blow. That should be enough damage here.
It could come down to the mash, but I think it is likely that Liu Kang is just going to simply win this round after the beam. Yes, indeed.
Insane. I mean, it scales so much because of how the combo starts, but it's enough. It was literally enough. So well calculated there by Ninja Killer, knowing he was going to get over 30% on a 950 character. Oh boy. Maybe push closer and closer to this corner. What are we going to set up afterwards? No, we're going for damage instead. The forward throw, left standing position. What are we going to do? Super plus frames after that stand forward. Ninja Killer doing a great job of blocking. Ninja Killer adding a little katana flare of his own. What? He stuffed him out of that. Oh, but the glaive didn't keep him in the air. That's okay. Ninja Killer didn't really capitalize off of that. And instead, it's going to be Zombat capitalizing here in the corner. The overhead, not seen at all from Ninja Killer. Ninja Killer maybe thought it was going to be a, you know, could have been going for like a stagger pressure call out. Could have been going for, you know, maybe so short it was going to be a low. Either way, Ninja Killer in the driver's seat right now. Tons of damage, tons of hits. Gets the low to get through the parry.
Wow, down ones out of the 2-2. That is one of Liu Kang's plus on block strings. Very risky to go for a button there.
Ooh, the blue dragon's tail just popping him up. The perfect conversion for some more damage at full screen. Height mode activated. What?
You know what? That was like almost genius.
Almost.
Cancelling it into the overhead ball roll just in case you're looking for like a different button, and a lot of people just default to crouch block on height.
Oh my gosh. Yes, they do. Not only like, oh boy, he ducked under the throw. Super dangerous, and I'm telling you, every time you go for those throws, you are risking so much. You know, and it's all about the approach from the other player. You're constantly worried about the shadow kick, which you want to, you know, make whiff, and you can duck under without blocking. Or if you want to block that low, the nut punch, like you have to be on guard, you have to be on defense, and you know, you're not thinking about the overhead Molina ball roll. You're just not. Too many other factors. Still not thinking about the Molina ball roll.
Those ball rolls have been a menace. All right, has to take the throw for what it is. Jade appears.
Good boy. Oh, clipped with the low. What an anti-air. Dash forward anti-air, very rarely seen here. But that's going to be a parry on the wake-up, and that's going to be Ninja Killer forced off those 3 bars. That breaker comes at a very expensive price.
Zombat's trying to make the most of this situation. We've almost got a full chameleon, so those fast cooldowns become a bit more attractive. Oh boy, and there's that fatal blow. Now, you will survive this, I'm fairly certain, but...
Yeah, it's not going to scale like it does from a throw, but it is going to set up Ninja Killer. And Ninja Killer, again, one of those players where, like, even if you have, like, a 60, 70% life lead, like, knowing that you brought... Oh, he just did it. He just did it. He just did it. He just said, you know what? Here comes Shadow Kick. I don't care. That decision was made, like, in the first frame of the animation of that fatal blow. I think Zombat was just like, you know what I'm going to do that he doesn't think I'm going to do? I'm just going to Shadow Kick. I don't care what happens afterwards. This is just the first round. I'm going to Shadow Kick. Like, I just got to keep it random. Just do it.
Pure confidence like that, this late in a tournament with this much on the line, is, like, inspirational. I wish I could care that little.
I wish I could just have no regard for my tournament life. Whoa, the parry getting her to the other side. Ninja Killer not going to be in an advantageous position, standing and not really moving. I'm seeing Ninja Killer just kind of caught like a deer in headlights. Oh, not respecting anything, getting opened up here by those mids. Zombat going to be going 2-2 in this set. Mighty Unjust sweating just a little bit, but hey, no matter who comes your way, you still got to play your best because not everything in this world is guaranteed. Whether very, you know, I'm sure they've, you know, played and studied matchups together, and you know, Ninja Killer has a circle of players that he plays with, and you know, among the best. You know, the best isn't really trying to you know, waste any time playing someone who can't really hang with them. You know, you don't really learn too much in that situation, but you know, Zombat is among the best for a long time since the Injustice 2 days.
Winding for the wake up, parry, ball roll completely chewed it. I wonder if that was I'm gonna assume you can somewhat hold it. It's just a tight, oh my God.
So a lot of people like to stop the Jade Glaive by challenging it with down 1, but Ninja Killer spaced it out so perfectly that he was able to squeak backwards and get just a clean whiff punish with back 2-3.
All right, corner position time. Zombat. Ashing out a little bit extra. Molina, square wave.
Ooh, that could have been a huge whiff punish. How did it not connect? I mean, that is a mid, but not all mids are true mids in this game. Like, it is very, very intricate. All the little details between the hitboxes interacting with each other, the hitboxes and hurtboxes, and this is catch-up. This is final game, insane. Final round, losers finals. I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know what's going to happen here. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Ninja Killer opting not to use any of this breaker. He doesn't want to be the first to come off the bar. Regular throw.
Zombat, he went for the smart throw direction. All right, interruption. Hype mode. Most of it's going to be used up here.
Yeah, used up on just time, but you know, both these players have tons of meter. They're just kind of being greedy with it, and they don't want to come off of it. Good block of the overhead. I'm surprised that wasn't an up block. Tried to go for a throw. The parry eating right through it. Zombat on the verge of taking this over Ninja Killer, but Ninja Killer does have 3 bars, so he's bypassing the breaker altogether, and he's going for the risky throws, and he's doing it again! He didn't just do that! He didn't just double throw Ninja Killer, where he just failed to react both times, either by a duck or a throw tech,
and both of them were like almost banking on this to be their ticket to final combat. Even if it was Ninja Killer wins it and they were to get second, that reality's gone. This is now winner only, and what a final story to have for NAEs. Anyway, For those that are unsure of the double elimination, Mighty Unjust has not been sent to losers yet. So if he wins this 3 out of 5, the tournament's over, right? He just takes it. If Zombat wins this 3 out of 5, he essentially puts Mighty Unjust into losers, and then we do one final set. So we'll see Johnny Cage or Peacemaker.
Yeah, and this has been the theme of today, right? Peacemaker versus Johnny Cage. Tons of Peacemakers, tons of Johnny Cages in this top 8. But again, it came down to these final 2. Mighty Unjust has not lost a set so far. Ooh, the glaive not coming back because of the block pressure happening afterwards. And what a duck by Zombat, seeing afterwards, challenging and anticipating those highs.
If Zombat continues to play the way he did against Ninja Killer, I feel like we're in a situation here where this could be the long haul.
Absolutely. It can absolutely be the long haul here. The down 1 afterwards, like nothing getting checked because Mighty Unjust just a little too scared to start making moves. Neutral jump kick here. Oh, and the Goro gonna pop him up, but doesn't get the conversion. A little sloppy gameplay here I'm seeing from Zombat, but you know what? He got a feel for the guy. He just went through the ringer of losers matches, so fatigue definitely going to be an issue here. Just sweating against Ninja Killer the way he did in that last set would take out so much. Got a little drop here and there. That's okay, though.
Could have been the round had Mighty Unjust finished his play to wake up block. I'm not going to lie, that was a smart one. I think not a lot of people realize just how quickly you can up block from getting up.
Yeah,
so
it's almost
those like meaty jumps that aren't actually safe jumps lose to it.
Big boot to the face, trying to anti-air. Oh no, watch the overhead, watch the dome. Melina ball roll coming your way. Do some good damage and just set up the stage for Mighty Unjust to sit back. Nice shadow kick to punish that gunshot from so far away. If you don't have your cameo to kind of keep you covered, you might not want to. Might not want to take that arm out and just be a little bit more passive here.
With what's on the line, I'm surprised you can have any kind of calculated decision making. That's the first game. Mighty Unjust. All right. So
you come out of that, but you come out of that so hurt and so down, like on mental capacity, that it carries over into, like it's not done yet. Like, yeah, you beat Ninja Killer, you beat Sonic Fox, you beat an NRS legend, but sometimes that doesn't mean that's the end of the tournament. Sometimes it's somebody else there waiting for you. We've seen it time and time throughout history. Unjust is just challenging at so many bad spots here, like thinking that it's going to be the end of the string, or thinking that he's not going to cancel and anything. And it's you could tell Unjust just wants to stay back in zone, and Zombat so good at cycling through that, at getting through the projectile war, getting through the obstacle course.
All right, walk up throw. Oh my lord, that was I think that was a Melina Sai traded with Goro right there.
Oh, waited, but didn't punish. I mean, can you? I don't think you can cancel before you land. Is the rising elbow? Is the rising elbow something you have to respect in hype mode? Because Goro is down for the count. Like Goro, I want to say Goro got. He's gonna think it's his turn, so I'm gonna cancel into the rising uppercut. And Mighty thought it through to that point of the mind game, but just didn't punish afterwards. Even if it was just a simple down 2 to hit him while he's still in the air, like he's locked in.
That would be the safer option. Because I'm fairly certain I have in the past fought hype Johnny Cages that they land and they do EX nut punch and stuff like that. Like the whole thing is just one giant bait. However, the change here to Peacemaker Kano.
Yes.
So I think it's my most fought Peacemaker team. You see it a lot online these days. It's sort of become the new wave, almost replacing the Striker.
Did he just perfectly punish? Now, so I guess that was the timing on the Kano knives, but he was able to duck under the second knife and just punish perfectly the torpedo, because the torpedo still had a lot of recovery. So Mighty Unjust needs to adjust the timing there on that Kano knife, on the Kano knife throws.
Oh boy, a lot of stress to an already stressful situation.
Oh man.
You got to try and get this timing a little bit better, mate. Well, let's just forget what we're playing for right now.
Let's just, hey, this is just casuals. It's okay. We're having fun, right? This is fun? This is fun? Sweating like this? This is fun, oh boy.
I'm having a great
I definitely am too. The downward shot getting challenged here afterwards. This whole set, Mighty Unjust is trying to be so disrespectful in moments where, you know, just don't do this. Don't press a button when Johnny Cage is right on top of you. I know you want to get away. I know you want to just like resort back to zoning, but Zombat just so willing. Yeah, then that was the different timing there on the Kano. He doesn't have a lot of health to work with, and Zombat goes up 2-1 over the Mighty Unjust. This is scary territory for you. You're not quite reset, but you're... Take a little breather.
Got to take some time.
Take a little breather.
Nothing's happened. You know, we've gone back to a different cameo here. We've gone back to the Chameleon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Kano was a worthy try. We had the winner's bracket, so we had the safety net of extra games.
Really keep it nice and safe. Oh, the down two, just kind of stopping all the shenanigans. Again, Peacemaker not a character that can really do anything once he's in the air. So you know you have that set track path whenever you do take to the sky with Katana and Lift. Yeah, nice little bait out here from Zombat. Empty jump with foot throw for some maximum damage. Goro extending our combos. Goro making it really hurt. Man, Mighty Unjust not looking good here. Not looking good at all. Zombat on the verge of making this reset happen.
He's just been a complete powerhouse. There's been such fearlessness. There's been up blocks when necessary, not getting away with any sort of almost desperation cross-up jumps out of situations. Good go. Rocks it with Goro.
Good blocks there from the Mighty Unjust. You saw him ducking under for just a second, just a microsecond, and saying, oh wait, no, here comes the overhead. Looks for a safe jump, and a lot of players like to go for the delay wake up just to kind of mess with the timing, but you know, you're giving up so much. Oh, that's going to be a punish. That's going to be a punish. That's going to be a punish, and that's going to be a reset bracket here. Mighty Unjust falls down to the lower side. First tournament life is gone. Now both players down to their final life. Again, down to the wire, man. This is so close. And Ketchup, I got some bad news for you. Mighty Unjust going right into it. Not only staying with the same character, but not even taking a chance to breathe. What is this, Ketchup?
I just simply hope it doesn't come back to haunt him. It doesn't sound like much. It doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you're getting like the sort of just the steamroll effect where it just starts to really pick up and Zombat is continuously playing better and better, you worry that that's going to hinder Unjust. However, feels like we don't have to worry about it so far. He's getting really impressive damage here, keeping the full screen. Again, why go in? Why give Johnny Cage that opportunity?
Yeah, just try to stay back as much as possible. But again, you have to remember that shadow kick always going to be a thing. I don't know if that was the wrong timing on that up block, but either way, even if the up block was successful, that's going to be a no problem chip out, as Ketchup has said before. Flawless blocking is really the only thing you can do about it in that situation.
I mean, he's just so big from that as well that it's almost impossible to take it with, because he lays on his side, so it's kind of just like, he's bigger than most. Right,
big boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Punish.
Now, what was that Melina Cyril? I mean, I guess the Eagly would have connected into something had it hit, but that just seems like such a big risk. Why take it? Goro keeping Johnny Cage safe in that situation. Mighty Unjust thought it was the green light to go. Katana fan lift, getting him out of the corner, buying him a little bit of real estate for maybe another round, but if he does hit it, never mind. Over to the other side is Zombat with that big jump in three from Johnny Cage. Probably the best jump kick in this entire game. I can't say it enough.
Oh, I would say so. That Scorpions is really good as well, you know.
It is. And don't tell any Scorpion players like that they'll just deny it for the captain. Forward throw here from Goro, coming in for the assist. Not too much damage, but hey, that's okay. Let's just keep him locked down. Speaking of lockdown, Goro to keep it nice and safe, and in fact, just super plus because of the timing of that ambush cameo. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! What a throw!
It's starting to add up. Significantly starting to add up. Alright, we need a good 15 more of those.
I don't think that's going to be the answer. Down two to stop Goro entirely. The up block. Can he make this comeback? Goro's still down, so he can't break. So I think that's why he's opting to use this Fatal Blow before Goro came back, before giving him access to this. I mean, it's going to do a pretty good amount of damage, and you can't really break projectiles. So if Mighty Unjust finds a few good hits, this did a lot more damage than I thought it was going to be. 45% Jade Glow on. What? He just threw? He just threw? I'm going to try to chip him out from me. No, that was enough! That was enough! I forgot 900 health character. 900 health character break, and I'm gonna make this hurt as much as possible. Mighty Unjust, man. Mighty Unjust.
One thing that's worth saying is the manner of which Zombat was able to reset that bracket. That is the best kind of win that Unjust can get in the next game. Because if he lost in almost the exact same fashion, you've lost the mental game. Because like, it just falls to pieces. Especially seeing as Unjust went straight into the next match. But now, playing a little bit more airtight, a little bit more bold when necessary. These grabs. I mean, in some ways, I'd rather hold it.
Three grabs again. Mighty Unjust, how many times are you going to do that to somebody? How many times? Hold on a second. We're back in the corner. No, never mind. Katana fan lift. We're out of there. And I feel like that's he's using his resources every time he gets put back in the corner. Like, let me stay away. I can't do this. I can't compete. I can't compete with all this aggression when I'm stuck in the corner, when I can't move, when I've got no real estate. So let me save those katana fan lifts for when I can get out of here. I'm in so much shock still from the last game. Like, I can't believe what we're seeing here. Nice flawless block from Zombat. Again, that's kind of what Peacemaker does to a lot of people. It's just like, he just chips you out like by so much. The gunshots do a lot. The anti-gravity does so much chip. Like, it's just like a constant theme for this character's toolset. Whoa, faking it out here. Opting to go for the far range to stay away from any kind of up block shenanigans. Oh my gosh, that was a big whiff punish. Big whiff punish. Forced to come off that breaker. Forced to come off those 3 bars. Super expensive. Goro keeping it super plus. Backing off with a nice little sweep, and Zombat fully respecting that. Katana fan lift, get me out of here, but that's okay. I got the follow-up pressure. You're gonna get disrespectful. And I dropped the combo. No. Zombat just dropping the combo right in front of him. Next touch does win it for the Mighty Unjust, but not the throw. He would need an actual conversion into a fatal blow.
Or we just torpedo.
Did he just punish a down one with a neutral jump kick? The aggressive machine known as Johnny Cage also costing you another 50 health, down to a 10% difference in these life bars. All 3 life bars that you see in all 3 potential rounds. But this could be it. This could be the Mighty Unjust taking this all the way home. The Goro pop-up. Oh, he thought he was closer to the corner. He thought he was closer to the corner and he wasn't.
This would be an unbelievable result for Unjust because he always ended MK11. Like, he was able to secure the EVO top 6 that year, but I know that he was always like, he knew he was good, but just when the chips were down, biggest tournaments, he was rarely able to kind of match that ferocity, like gameplay wise. It's an MK1 that he really has sort of hit the ground running. Just looking for it, wake up torpedo.
Oh my like god! I love how he's like, I need anti-gravity. I got hit out of it. Well, if it didn't work one way, I'm going in the other way. It just went straight for torpedo, and that's very dangerous. I mean, that could have been a flawless block from Zombat, but I don't think he saw it coming. Fan lift, keeping it safe, and just waiting for him to whiff, knowing that he was going to hold back to kind of mess with the trajectory of that jump. Getting clipped by the low. Zombat dipping into that a little bit more, knowing that the overheads weren't really working for the Mighty Unjust. Mighty Unjust kind of maybe preemptively expecting the overheads. Fan lift, getting him out of there. Again, saving that bar for the armor, and saving that fan lift to just get a little bit more real estate, and super smart by Zombat, knowing, hey, I'm a little too far away to do a normal punish, and I don't need a lot to seal the deal, so here comes regular shadow kick.
Speaking of, plenty more where that came from.
Ah, fan lift, no one home! Harry. Nobody was home to get him out of dodge. No one was home to get him out of the danger zone.
That was a great backdash as well. Zombat. Looks like there's still some life in him here.
Every time he finds himself down and in the corner, like that torpedo katana fan lift is coming out, and you know, it wasn't enough to get him, you know, the breathing room he wanted for this game. And Zombat's still in there, man. on trekking, or is he gonna slip? Is he gonna slip and let the Mighty Unjust take this? The Mighty Unjust in a much more comfortable position here, but the mentality, the mental mind game, just going back and forth between these players. It's coming down to it, man. This is it. There's one spot. There's literally one spot. Who's gonna take it? Oh boy, getting parried, but a little too far. That move, that forward advancing string, just keeps him a little too far away for Zombat to really capitalize off of it. Flawless block, not an up block, even though it has the same sound. Always confuses me whenever I'm playing. I'm just like, was that a flawless block or an up block?
I gotta say, though, your energy is infectious. I've reached the point where it's gotten quite late at night here in the UK, so I cannot do my usual thing. But you're watching Unjust. This has got to be pretty. It's almost like proud dad moment.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Seeing the
Shout out
Mighty,
to Mortal Kombat New Jersey.
that's right. Seeing the Mighty Unjust compete and win and lose so many MKNJs, but seeing this, I mean, I'm on the edge of my seat here, man. I mean, obviously trying not to be super biased, but Mighty Unjust.
He's not lying, by the way. I can see his commentator cam, and he genuinely is. He spent half of this set standing up. Oh, there's the confirm from Zombat, though. One more round, and we're tying it right back up.
Hype mode, catch up, hype mode going to be coming into play here. Gonna be, yeah, immediate, went right into it. And the call out, it's almost like you have to call out the specific stagger of like, when is he going to stop shadow kicking? I hope it's right now because I want this combo. Missed the nut punch and got opened up by the Molina ball roll. No bar left for Zombat. No bar at all. Mighty Unjust just shooting away. I'm surprised he recognized that the third shot hit in time because it's very easy to let that moment escape you. Nice dash to keep the corner position here.
Again, doesn't want to push.
No,
doesn't want to attempt fate. Keep the advantage. And there we go. Tournament point. Regional final point. If Unjust wins this round, final combat is made.
Oh boy. The back escape. Good call out there by Zombat, knowing Mighty Unjust trying to buy a little bit more real estate here. Doesn't want to get forced into the corner. But again, like we said, wait for that katana, the katana chameleon cycle.
Wait
and it's gonna be torpedo into fan lift out of here. If he gets knocked down in the corner. If he does, but Mighty Unjust obviously trying not to let that happen. A nice little sweep here.
Throw combo.
Did a little bit more than a normal throw, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, fast cooldown maybe.
Yeah, just a little bit. Oh boy. Back off. The Jade Glaive. How much projectile can he avoid with Jade Glaive and Force Field on at the same time? Backing off here. Eagly coming into play, and Goro. I'm surprised Goro still came out. No, don't do anything. Don't do anything. Oh! He pressed it. Did he press it? Did he press it before? He might have.
He pressed it before. That jump kick was already active.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
What a parry.
He's got to make this one count.
Mighty Unjust outmashed him there. Oh, what the torpedo! He just did it! Giving Zombat a little taste of his own medicine, as we saw before from Ninja Killa after getting hit with a fatal blow. And again,